Radio. That's welcome to the Type1 Radio Lounge. We've just made it by the skin of our teeth. Tonight's special guest is Tony Gonzo from the Maniac Agenda.
How's it going?
That your real name, Tony Gonzo? Are you not Rizzo, no?
Rizzo's here with me.
Okay, hi Rizzo.
How you doing? How you doing? All right?
Yeah, we're good, yeah.
Sorry
my name's Steve, and we've got Chick.
Hi.
We've got Vic. Hi. We've got Blue Green up there in Bonnie, Glasgow.
Hello.
We've got Reset in Minnesota.
No, I'm actually in Columbia here with
You're
Carolyn.
in Columbia. Sorry about that.
Carolyn's here also.
I'm here.
Caroline, hi Caroline, and we've got the superstar Sonic with us as well.
Sounds like we got like a
Hello there.
superpower international party going on over here.
We sure do. We've got
Every weekend.
Go ahead, Caroline.
Yeah, no, I heard Fight Check. I just want to say hi to her, too. How you doing, guys?
Well, hi to you, Carolyn.
Oh, you always have the sexiest voice on radio, huh?
No, thank
It's
you.
a money maker.
It's not. Tony Gonzo is the sexiest voice on radio.
Oh!
Was
That's
that you,
Carolyn,
Reset?
that's not me.
Hey, how's the weather over there? We're still in the hundreds over here.
Okay, all together now.
It's
Rain.
Wow.
Torrential.
It's the worst summer on record.
Okay, we're all moving to Canada.
It's pretty hot. It's pretty humid. I'd say it's like in the 90s, probably like 80s, 90s over here.
80s around here.
Yeah, it's like around 80s. It's actually really beautiful out today. No sun. It's kind of cloudy, so I don't think there's going to be any tanning going on or anything like that. But you know,
Hey, where you
it's
guys
pretty
at?
cool.
You do look
guys
like you need a bit of
tan-
sun
You
there.
guys don't tan anyway. What are you talking about? Nobody from England tan.
Exactly, you know.
So
Hey,
Tony in red.
I got Ukrainian and English and a little bit of German, but hey, the English and the Russian, I don't have a shot at tanning, you know? I scare people around me.
So, Tony, you're in the Philadelphia area, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and do you know the Sabian dude there then?
Oh yeah. We actually they made us characters a little while ago, and I believe we're going to be in either the second or the third issue. That they're putting out of the comic.
I really like the Maniac Agenda photo.
Oh, thanks.
Tony. Hey, Tony, can you maybe turn your speaker down or something?
Turn my speaker down? Okay.
Yeah, we're getting kind of an echo through you.
All right.
An echo.
Okay.
Echo.
A repeated sound over and over.
So, Tony, have you turned your echo down now?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you something while you're doing that and say, tell us a little bit about your music.
There we go. How's that? Is that better?
Yep, sounded better.
Maybe just back up off the
All right.
computer.
Here we go. How about now?
Yeah, now.
Cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. Excellent. Well, let's see. Well, we're the Maniac Agenda. So
Exactly,
we
yeah.
fuse a whole lot of different type of genres together. I've heard you guys been spinning one of the first tracks that we released was Dissolve, and that's kind of like a kind of darker kind of vibe thing. We put a lot of electronic elements mixed with like good like songwriting and rock kind of vibe, and we just basically do what we like. We just put a whole bunch of different genres. We have a lot of influences, and just try to connect with people with what we experience in life, through our lyrics and stuff like that. So we're trying to really push the limits of what, rock music and synthesis and, even incorporating some of the newer genres such as like dubstep and drum step and, drum and bass and things like that.
And of course the metal, because, gotta have the metal.
Yeah, gotta have the metal here.
So what are your influences then?
Our influences?
Alcohol?
Oh, yeah, right.
What are your musical influences?
Hold on, guys.
What the hell is that? Are you drying your hair?
No, that was one of the other computers turning back on. It was like in sleep mode, and I accidentally hit the mouse, and it turned on. It sounded like a jet engine turning on, right?
Yeah.
The reason we were last minute, we literally had to get a new laptop. Like last minute, the other one blew out, and the desktop wouldn't. We couldn't have Skype on there, so it was like everything was like last minute. Like so, we had to run out and grab a little notebook and get it together. That's
the kind of commitment we're looking for.
Well done.
Exactly.
So good.
We got it right on the dot. I was like,
it really was.
It was loading up, and I was like, oh man, we got to get this, and then it clicked on like a couple minutes before. I was like, yes, yeah, definitely.
We thought we were.
Synchronicity for you, though.
We thought we were going to be under the curse of the Type 1 radio lounge again, where our guests just don't turn up, and then we get a message later saying, "Oh, I've got emphysema" or something.
Yeah.
No, that's not us.
That only happens
That's
for you.
one thing. Actually, our EP is called Through Fire and Flood, and that's basically about, we no matter what, through fire and flood, we've gone through it all, or we've gone through a lot to get that EP out. And, that's basically how we go. Like, by any means, pretty much, we really try to, get things done.
we literally have survived through a fire on the building across the street. This big building burnt down in the middle of the night, and we got pulled out of the house, and we weren't allowed back for a couple weeks. And then we had a flood here, and so it literally, like, not just esoterically adding the elements, we're doing it out of, like, physical, too.
Good job you didn't call yourself Earth Cracking in Two.
Yeah. But,
why don't you call yourself something like Abundance for the World?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
The Free Energy Kids.
Yeah. Free energy up my doorstep.
there we go.
That's the truth. They're actually...
Hemp groweth freely around my garden.
Yeah,
I wish, right?
I wish.
Yeah. Well, let's all wish that, and it will come true.
You know what?
So are you playing gigs around the US?
But, hello, you guys there?
Well, they're hardly going to play gigs in the UK now, are they, Nick?
I think what he means is, are you actively gigging at the moment?
Oh
yeah.
We're doing gigs here and there. We've been in the studio a lot lately, finishing up our EP, like what I was saying before, and we've been doing remixes for other artists. Some of you probably even heard of Serge Takian of System of a Down, who's very into a lot of the movements going on. And so we right now we're doing a festival called the Freedom of Expression Festival with Immortal Technique. So he's a very, political, conscious, esoteric rapper. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of him.
Yeah.
You should definitely check out his stuff. We're doing a festival with him. And then we're doing an event August 31st at Webster Hall, which was the biggest electronic weekly event in New York City. So, we're doing like little one-offs, but when we do them, we do really big events. Like we're gonna like festivals and like big events. But we're doing that right now while we're in the studio. But we still want to get out and interact with the fans and do shows and stuff. So, but once we get our EP and everything together, we're gonna start touring.
So, and are you going to be doing some stuff with Ben Stewart's band? Hero Sonic.
Oh yeah. I've been speaking with Ben recently. It looks like we're gonna go out and do. We're gonna try a first show together. We're gonna have like a dubstep or drum and bass DJ kick off the night, then we're gonna do our set, or they're gonna do their set. They have a little, more of a rock vibe going. So we're gonna have a night of a little bit of variety and see how it goes once or twice. And if it all goes well, we'll probably put together some more things because I really like those guys. I'm sure. I guess since you know who they are, you must you probably.
When did you meet Ben? Was it recently?
That was pretty recently.
That was us. It was us who put Ben onto you.
Yeah. I appreciate it because when Sonic, when you said that I should hit up Ben, I figured let me check let me hit him up. It's a good idea, and he was all about it. So me and him have been speaking on the phone here and there recently. They just played with some big bands, Fuel and Filter, which are big. I mean, at least in America. Those are pretty big rock bands, so props to those guys, for doing so well. They're doing good.
Yeah, Ben's coming to see us in about a month and a half's time. He's going to be doing some lecture tour over here with us.
No way.
Yeah. We were hoping to get the whole band over, but I think it's just going to be Ben. He's going to be doing some talks and things. So, well, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
We're really looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. I mean,
He's an amazing guy. Have you not caught his movies?
His movies.
He makes films called the Esoteric Agenda.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, man. He's a very talented guy.
Oh wow!
I loved Esoteric Agenda. I did not know that I didn't know he made that. Honestly, you just made me really excited because that's one of my favorite movies. As far as internet things I've seen, that's right up there. Honestly, I thought it was more informative than Zeitgeist even.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what we do on the Type 1 Radio Lounge. We put people in touch with other people who...
And point them in the right direction.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Maniac Agenda is on the right path.
All right.
So, Rizzo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here.
That is Rizzo I'm talking to, right, yeah. I heard a long time ago that you do chakra healing workshops. Is that true?
That is true. I still do that. I use tuning forks and body tuners and singing bowls, and I do 13 chakra activation.
Do you want to come over here?
Just chakra cleansing and rattle them up a little bit, clean them out, and cleanse the palate a little bit, I guess.
And you've got all the tunings for each chakra.
Yeah, I use the solfeggio frequencies a lot, but I've been getting into other frequencies, experimenting, and it's like binaural beats. If you put one frequency in one ear, you put another frequency in the other ear, it makes a third frequency. I've been experimenting with some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I've been told to try that. I've got a Relax Mate. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like a pair of glasses that blinks, LED blinks.
Really?
At a certain frequency. A guy called Norm Seeley invented it. It's along the same sort of thing, but you use those binary things that you were on about, as well as the lights, and it kind of helps tune you up a bit. Yeah, it's fascinating. But I remember hearing it must have been about a year ago. I heard you talking about that, or maybe not that long ago, but certainly last year.
Yeah.
About your singing bowls and stuff like that, and it sounded fascinating.
Yeah, I didn't start that long ago. It was actually pretty interesting. It was all very synchronistic. The way it went down through some meditations, and sometimes I do like intentional meditations where I concentrate on what I'm looking to get out of the meditation a little more than just sometimes you just go in the zone and blank out, and sometimes you're really looking to accomplish something. This was definitely a cosmic, not to get into the corniness of it all, but it was definitely a Pleiadian, like Pleiades type astral connection that went down and gave me some insight on doing it. I honestly, as far as I was concerned, there were 7 chakras, and I never even knew about the higher ones, and nor the 13th is what I look at as a completion. Or a oneness, where you connect them all back together and kind of, build yourself to another level, Feels great. I mean...
Right, yeah. I've never heard of that 13th one.
I'm sure Retta, who does the Thursday show, called The Astral Traveller. I would love to get you on to talk about that specifically.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I know you guys know like Freeman Fly and Mark Passio and all. Every time I've ever hung out with those guys, I usually do sessions with them. I actually went out last year. I went out to when Freeman and Jamie were still living with Monty in Lawrence, Kansas. I went out there and did that stuff out there all over the place and just met a bunch of great people. And we had a party actually. It was one of the first times me and Tony, me and Tony like pretty much met like through that whole thing. So it was pretty crazy that we're doing music together because the energy that actually brought us together was like that stuff, you know?
Yeah, it was actually really cool because the first time I met him was I was doing a studio session and then he invited me out to a sound healing party. And it was really cool. It was the first time I ever actually experienced anything like that. And he opened up my 13th chakra and it was really cool. And after that, me and him just started, working together. And me and my brother have been working together as producers for a while, and then everything just connected together. And then actually, one of our newer songs, not on the first EP, but after that, we're actually incorporating some of the binary beats and solfeggio frequencies in the actual song, in the composition.
Well, underneath it or on top?
Yeah, we literally threw the tuning forks like into the tracks, into some of the tracks, into some of the stuff. When the EP drops, and then even some of the singles that'll be coming out afterwards, if you listen closely, you'll hear the tuning forks and whatnot into the music.
They're going to be underneath because I've heard of that being done before. Didn't the elevators do that? Yeah. The tuning box and they spun them round the mics.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Yup, that's exactly what we did.
Infinity?
I actually have a interesting story about that. When we were recording them, Lenny was like, he was going through all the different frequencies, and we were recording them. And then after he was done recording them, we had them all together. And I was listening to them in these really high def headphones, and it was almost like I had like a mystical moment while I was hearing all these frequencies because I was trying to like mix them and stuff. And I literally came down and asked my brother, I was looking, I was like, look at my face, am I all right? People were like dilated like crazy. I felt like, I don't know, it just felt like the energy from those was amazing. So I'm keeping that track. And I'm going to try and take it and put it in the intro or the outro of one of our upcoming albums to see how that works out with people.
Yeah.
Just underneath the bass or something, just, so it's there but you don't hear it. You're only aware of it.
Oh, what was that?
Like a subliminal.
Yeah, well, not really a subliminal, just so that it's holding the track off, you know what I mean? Because Phil Spector used to get guys to sit around in the studio outside and strum guitars, all tuned to an open G or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So you didn't actually hear it on the track, but it was on there. That's
right.
You mean the wall of sound came from these layerings of sounds you don't actually hear. They're just vibrations.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. They're not very. They're not really in your face. They're definitely in the mix, like you said. Yeah. It's an experiment, but it's kind of like, I think it's okay to experiment with stuff like that when you're not doing any harm to anybody. Exactly, if anything, they'll either take it in or they'll just leave it alone if they're not ready to open up to it. You know?
I think if you're using tuning forks and singing bowls, you'll be okay because they're very benevolent sounds, eh?
Oh yeah.
They're very, very healing. So.
Did you hear any of the show that we did from the Eternal Knowledge Festival? About a couple of months ago, me and Nick were at the Eternal Knowledge Festival, and I had to leave before the show came on, but Nick did the show live from there, and
yes, I did.
That's right, he did. And Nick was interviewing a man called Yannick Van Doorn, and he has some very interesting views on sound resonance and that, and to do with plants and growing plants and things like this, but also involved in music as well. So,
That's really fascinating. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
we missed that.
Pardon?
No, we didn't get to hear that. But are there there's archives we can go back to, right?
Yeah, it's maybe Nick, you could send that link to them because I know sometimes it's difficult to trawl through the archives and find because the name of the show changes often as we.
I will.
Yeah, as we change the name of the show so we can get it for free.
I personally would love to check that out because if there's one thing I've learned about the tuning forks and using this energy and experimenting with it is, I don't think anybody knows everything about it. I think there's still a lot to learn. This is like new grounds in some ways where it's not. Yeah, I'm sure. I think maybe there's a feeling in my gut that this was done in the past. I've heard rumors of even the Vatican banning certain frequencies because of their healing powers. Weird stories that go down the line. So I'm sure maybe these things were used in the past, but I think it's something that we're going to be using, again in this whole new, world order. No, I'm just kidding.
It's certainly true that the Vatican ordered churches to be built with organs wired into the woodwork of the churches so that they gave off a certain resonance.
I gotta say,
not a benevolent one. But
to go along with that, when I was in college at McNally Smith in St. Paul, one of the things the teachers had told us was that there was, this thing called the devil's tone or something like that the church said. It was like a triad.
Yeah. No, I know exactly. Yeah, I heard about that too.
So yeah, it's pretty well documented that the church was banning certain frequencies, as odd as that sounds.
Yeah. No,
I
actually
they were conditioning people to receive other frequencies, but the sort of lower ones from the organs. So which is away from the higher, sort of benevolent, because it's the higher frequencies that are the more benevolent ones, aren't they?
Actually, the devil's tone, what I heard about that, how you have the actual keyboard, like, all the different notes? They actually, when they did that, they actually don't have that tone in the actual, 12-note octave scale, because the rumor or whatever they said that they banned it was because when they were creating it, when you hit that tone, it supposedly summon demons and stuff like that. So that's what they say as far as the rumor goes.
Which means it's something that good thing.
So
yeah. Do you remember that interview, Nick? Do you remember Yannick talking about how a lot of music these days is at a certain resonant frequency, which is not beneficial to the chakra system?
Yes. Actually,
she has Nick.
Oh, actually, I heard about that.
Sorry, but that's okay. Yeah, no, I was just. Go ahead, yeah.
No, actually, I heard about that. Like a lot of commercial music.
Yeah.
Oh no, my bad.
I'd say all commercial music.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Seems like it. I do want to say though, this is Rizzo again.
Yeah.
I was born on Friday, October the 13th. That date, that number to me there's nothing unlucky about it to me. I don't believe the hype. I never will. And to be honest with you, I've only found the number to be lucky. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. I had a great day. And if anybody knows their history, Friday, October 13th is the Knights Templar Day of Death, which is a pretty radical day in history. And I don't mean radical as like great. I just mean crazy,
Yeah, these things don't have to be good or bad. They can just have strength in them, and it depends how you use strength, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Wasn't it also the day that Captain Morgan got his tongue pulled out through his throat and was buried up to his neck in an incoming tide?
Was that on?
Really?
On 10/13.
That was on 10/13 as well. Yeah.
Wow.
As well as the, I'm sure that's true.
That's a Freeman story there.
That is a Freeman. Might have been in
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
But it is the Knights Templar as well. They were sanctioned to be assassinated by Rome, weren't they? Because they tortured them.
That was also the date, I think, in 2008 that they passed some sort of banking thing here that Freeman kept going on about.
Yeah,
that was
right,
the downfall. That's when it started, was 10/13.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It's true. Yeah, he definitely was, he spoke about that a lot back then. I totally remember that.
Yeah, back in the day, that's right. He was, and I think I remember Freeman saying that when he was on Alex Jones, they cut the bit where he was talking about 10/13 and made the 10/13 prediction.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Freeman,
yeah.
Don't get us started on that.
Yeah, don't get us started.
Yeah.
Or do. That's a.
Or do get us started on that.
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to Freeman, or how did you find Freeman, and when did you first start listening to his wonderful, crazy stuff?
Well, this is Rizzo again. I'd say for me, it was a while back ago. It's 2012 now. I guess about 05, 06 maybe is when I first, like
With the Freeman perspective, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that was mind blowing stuff. It's actually still mind blowing stuff.
Yeah.
It's, I had actually just reached out to him eventually when I started to do the energy work with the tuning forks and all. I had reached out to Freeman and got his number and called him, and we hit it off, and we became good friends. As you guys I'm sure know, he's really easy to become friends with because he's a really good person. Like he's not like he's trying to help people with this information, and I think that's really important in these times. So we became friends, and very soon after, literally, he invited us to me and my girlfriend to come and do the energy work, and she does the work too. Her name's Elena. She does some some good stuff as well.
Reiki and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's into Reiki and energy work herself too, which was cool because I got to give credit where it's due. She was there in the beginning with me, learning at the same time, and during all these sessions in the beginning. I mean, sure, now afterwards, her and I, we can go out and do these sessions with and for people, but yeah, and so we went out, and that's how I got to know Freeman, at least. And then I mean, Tony can answer the rest, how he got to know him,
Yeah, and then that was actually around the time when me and Rizzo linked up, and then there was the Mark Passio's Free Your Mind convention in Philadelphia, which was that was a really cool event. And Freeman actually came down and stayed at Rizzo's place, and that's where we were like recording at the time. So we linked up with him, and he stayed there, and then we got to go to the conference and everything, and that's when I met Freeman. And then every time he comes around in Philly, he came out to our first show and everything like that. So after that, we've stayed in contact and everything, and it's been a very educational and wonderful relationship.
Excellent. Yeah.
Our resident Swami, he'll be speaking at this year's Free Your Mind conference in Philadelphia, so definitely check that out. Are you going to be playing this time?
Excellent. Do you tune into the meditative living at all?
Meditative living?
Meditative living with Swami Shiva.
Oh, I have. I've tuned into that with Brandon and Brett of the Type 1 crew. Involved Observer, and I forget Brett's Brett.
So, were you there when Brett was getting the dollar bills stapled to his ass?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We did a show actually a few months ago. The Maniac Agenda did a show with an awesome act out of Philly called the Phantasmagoria Circus Sideshow.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, there was a part where one of the main stars of the sideshow, you can staple. She has people staple dollar bills to her butt and her breasts. It was pretty crazy, but it was a really fun show, and the Type 1 crew was there. Mark Passio was there, Freeman was there, Jamie was there, Monty was there. Like it was really cool. Like a lot of people were there to give us support. So yeah, it was rad.
Yeah, we were promised to see the video, but he never did send it to us. Because didn't Brendan get to take her home?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the video. Honestly, it's weird. We got
Brendan
Chris Chris Velrath, who did the Freeman Perspectives last business cards, 3D business cards. Chris Velrath is he does animation and artwork, and he even does like video work. He's a really good guy, close friend now. He videotaped for us. But you know, we got one song of that he uploaded, and we actually he was so busy because he was doing a film with Max Egan at the time that I got to hit him up about that, because I would really like to see the video footage too. And I know Freeman and Monty shot a lot of video footage from that night. I saw a little bit of stuff on YouTube
I saw
that they put up.
Was it Dissolve that you performed?
Oh, Dissolve?
Yeah, wasn't that on that video?
Yeah, Dissolve is it got snuck up on YouTube by the director.
It's hidden, yeah. It's out there prematurely, but
it's on the Friendship Agenda.
What's that?
I'm sure it's on the Friendship Agenda. That's where I saw it anyway.
The Friendship Agenda?
Yeah. You know the.
What about it?
Friends of Free. Well, that's where I saw Dissolve.
Oh, that's where you saw Dissolve. Okay. Yeah. Well, I know Frater X, who I love a lot. He was playing it first, and I was so happy because he heard it and he said people were digging it and calling about it, and asking about it. And I'm glad. I'm glad because that song ties in some pretty interesting topics if you really listen to what I'm saying. Dissolve it's saying something if you think about it, but to keep the mystery, alive, I'll just leave it at that.
Can I just make a little comment here that's come from the chat room, and it's something which Blue Green has put up, which says that as far as I know, the 13th note is also part of Gurdjieff's teachings about moving up from where you are instead of going round and round, not evolving.
I can't agree with that anymore.
Yep.
That sounds awesome. That sounds really accurate. I can't agree any more. Yeah, totally.
That's why we're in the process of evolution, not revolution.
Spiralism.
Yay.
We're not going round and round in circles. We're going to actually move.
Yeah, I agree.
Move on up.
Totally.
Should we maybe take a little break and play?
Yeah, we're going to take a little break. Listen to a little bit of.
Let's play Flooded.
Flooded. That's appropriate for this part of the world at the moment.
Maniac Agenda, guys.
That is.
Oh, sounds good to us, man. Yeah,
I love it. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
See you in 4 minutes.
Till our dying day.
There you go.
There you go.
That was having it, man.
Flooded. There you go.
How old is that one then?
That's the first time. That is the first time it's actually have played fully to anybody.
Yeah.
So that is a Type 1 Radio Lounge exclusive from the Maniac Agenda.
Exclusive. Yes,
Nice.
exclusive.
We've got here at the moment.
Well, I just saw that title and I thought, well, we're being flooded right now by the heavens.
Oh, since
that
the
was the first time it's ever
switchover.
been played.
That's right,
There
yeah.
you go, yeah. We do like our synchronicity.
Since the digital switchover, we've just had rain, 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 and more rain.
Really?
Yeah, it's been raining out there a lot.
Oh my God, yeah. Nightmare.
We have no summer. I think
no summer, yeah.
I think there's a psyops here to just bring the people down in this country.
Oh.
Yes, guys.
But we are not. We are playing the Maniac Agenda. And we are
we don't care. Rain
Oh,
doesn't-
yeah. Thank you.
So is that on the new EP?
Yeah, that's the single actually. We're actually going to that's actually the demo version of the song. That's not the full finished version. We're actually going to the studio to get it the final mixed and mastered version of it in like a week and a half. And that's the one that's going to be on the EP, but that's like the sneak peek before anyone else hears it version. So you guys are definitely the first to ever play it.
But by all means, if you want to play it again
But yeah,
sometime, by all means.
Yeah, keep
please.
playing it. Yeah.
Where will the EP be
On
available?
rotation like they did with Buddy Holly.
What we're doing right now, obviously, since the music industry just like fell over and died, and it's all trying to figure itself out, which is great for us because we're actually doing really well for that.
Yeah, we don't mind.
We don't mind it because now it's like almost if there's no frontiers and we're just moving out to the west when there's nothing there and we're just like settling. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to sneak out and leak singles out to our fan base. And our fan base is going to share them and do all those kind of things. And we're just going to keep doing that and just putting out tracks. And then eventually, when the rest of the world, I guess, that's not, I guess, connected in our fan base, is going to, then we'll release it, on iTunes and all those things where most people get it. But we like to do it underground and more secretive first and just make it more of a exclusive experience for our fans, more intimate, because we're also going to be doing, some cool little ways for our fans to get secret tracks and stuff like that. So, Yeah, as far as the date goes, we actually don't have a tentative date yet.
We had to push it back again a little bit.
Yeah, but the music is going to be, you're going to start hearing it, it's going to start popping up on different places, and obviously you guys have the tracks now, so you're welcome to spin those as well.
And where can people find you on the interweb?
Oh, what was that? Excuse me?
Where can people find you in cyberspace? What's your web address?
Oh, maniacmusic.net.
Yeah, maniacmusic.net. Actually, it's kind of funny because today is the day I'm actually changing and updating the website. So it's like all over the place now. Yeah, I was actually updating the website right before we Skyped you. Lenny came in and was like, "Yo, I know you're doing that and you're in your zone, but we got to interview in like 20 minutes.
Let's go.
We need to get on that."
Yeah, so you're as organised as we are.
Yeah. No, we're still...
Tony. Who's talking at the moment? Riz or Tony?
Wait, what's that?
What was that?
Who's talking at the moment? Riz or Tony? So I'm not sure which one's talking.
Is that you, Rizzo, who's doing all the talking right now?
No. That was me.
Tony.
My name's actually SAT, even though my name is actually Antonio Gonzalez. So Tony Gonzo is my. No, I just say that. My nickname.
Gonzo's a cool
we'll try to.
What the lineup is? What's the lineup of the band?
Well, right now, actually, we should definitely mention Dennis, Tony's brother Dennis, aka Ramen. He couldn't make it. He had to hit he's doing some recording, and so that's why you only hear two of us right now.
Yeah.
But he sends his love to you guys and wishes he could be here to do it. But we weren't going to miss it for anything. We definitely kept it going. But it's me, Rizzo. I sing and play guitar, and go ahead, Tony. You can.
Yeah, and then me and my brother, who's Ramen, Dennis, my brother, who we were talking about. We do the production. We do a lot of the the beats, a lot of the synth work and stuff like that. So it's a really good. It's a great hybrid because we have Lenny, who's like a talented musician and a singer, and then me and my brother, we're great producers, and then we add the synth work, and then just the chemistry, it really makes something really unique, and I really think a lot of people are dig it. Actually, no, people are digging it, and it's really cool, so I'm really happy that we can spread a great message and have great groundbreaking music at the same time. So,
do you use Massive at all?
Yes, actually. You
do, don't you?
Yes, no, this is actually funny. You actually mentioned that because we in the beginning, how we got a lot of our fans was because me and my brother were we our day job, so to speak, we're record producers, and so we were like, hey, we're gonna give out our presets for this program, Native Instruments Massive, which is like, when dubstep was coming. This was back in like 2009, somewhere around there.
When it was coming into America.
Yeah, right when before dubstep came to America, because we actually did a festival with this dubstep DJ named Starkey, who was definitely you may have heard of him. He does a lot of shit.
I've played with him here in Brighton.
Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. So so
he's a big advocate of Razor and Massive. He's got his own patches out, hasn't he?
Yeah. So everyone has like their own different sounds. So we decided, hey, we're gonna give out our own sounds. And once we gave out our sounds, our fan base just like went crazy, like because everyone was like, wow, these sounds are awesome. And after that, you I don't know, we just got a fan base after that, and we're like, wow, this is really good. So anyone who's listening out there, if you're a producer, definitely give out a little bit of your sounds, and you'll just get a fan base like that.
The love comes back.
The love comes back. If you give it, it will come back to you.
Agree.
So that's basically what happened to us. So yes, I'm very familiar with Massive, and it's actually one of my favorite synths, and we use it in almost every track.
Yeah. Now, I heard that the first time I heard Dissolve, I just thought that sounds like Massive, because I'm a huge...
Dissolve,
Yeah, Dissolve is massive.
Dissolve's massive. That's actually the only one I really had any kind of real production input was Dissolve. And it's
There you go. That
wow. Uh-oh, someone's playing with massive.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, I hear it.
So, okay.
Yo, send me that patch.
You want that? That's a preset called Fat Fat.
Yes. Does that come with it? Yeah, I don't know, 'cause I don't usually use the presets, but if that's one you made, send it to me. I'll definitely send it out to our fan base and put your website and everything.
Bunch of ones I'll send you them actually, because they're quite good.
Yeah.
So can I say something real quick? It's Rizzo.
Hi, Rizzo.
Yeah, and this is just because the question got asked earlier, and it was an important question, and I feel I have to just come back to it, of influence, musical influence, and I want to go first on this one, because I definitely I was influenced in by certain bands and musicians that I have to mention. John Frusciante, although he was in the Chili Peppers for a long time, his solo music made me a better musician, made me a better artist. His knowledge, his last album called The Empyrean, really spoke to me in ways, and really taught me some valuable lessons. But yeah, John Frusciante, the Mars Volta, definitely like Liars, Sufjan Stevens, Inner Party System. Tony and his brother got me into Inner Party System. Pantera is my absolute all-time favorite band, probably. I even still like Ozzy, and like a lot of metal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I think Tony should answer too, just what his influences are. I just had to say that because, like, so much love to John Frusciante and his music,
I think
for real.
Yeah. Yeah, the cool thing about being in a hybrid band is each member has so many different influences. It's so weird how all these different influences are. Like for me, like you just heard Rizzo's influences. For me, the bands that definitely influenced me the most, Infected Mushroom. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're from Israel. They're like this psychedelic trance group. I really like what they do. They bring so many different sounds together, and I've seen them live like 3 times, and they are definitely one of my biggest influences. Is Infected Mushroom. Another one is System of a Down.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, System of a Down. We actually, like I said before, we just did a remix for Serge Tankian, the lead singer of System of a Down. We did that, so they're definitely one of my big influences. In our Party System, that's one of the shared ones that me and Lenny like.
Yeah, and Ramen does too.
Yeah, Dennis definitely does Ramen. Cell Dweller, I don't know if you guys know him. He's like an indie guy, but he brings it really, really good. Especially his first debut album in 2003. That was like one of the most life-changing albums for me. And then let me see, as far as like influences, like Flashbulb is this really weird like IDM, which is like intelligent dance music. It's like some really abstract stuff that you guys should definitely check out. His name is Flashbulb, and it's almost like glitch, because like a lot of our tracks are actually glitch hop, but with rock influences, which is really like weird. So that's where a lot of our influences come from in that area. So that's one of the cool things about our band is we have all these different influences. Like Lenny comes from a whole different background. Me, like I started out as a hip hop producer working with The Roots and Questlove and stuff like that. And my brother was in like the industrial scene. And so then we just came together and we just made it work, and we just came up with this sound that's really unique and really different, and we have a great message, and we're trying to spread the love and let people know what's going on, and it's a really cool situation. So, and I'm glad everyone's feeling.
You certainly come from a very historical city, don't you?
And speaking of love, and this is Rizzo again. I missed a few very important ones: the Beatles,
the
Zeppelin,
Beatles.
and Floyd.
Floyd,
the Clansmen.
God.
But the Beatles, especially for me, Rizzo, I gotta say.
Floyd. I gotta say Floyd for me. So SAT.
I had to put that out there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's your favorite Floyd? The Sid Barrett
Yeah,
one?
you can definitely hear in a lot of our tracks we do come from a although we have futuristic sounds as far as songwriting goes, it's like the actual lyrics and stuff, we try to go for a we take a lot of influence from the classics because I think they got it right because a lot of music right now, like someone was actually mentioning before, a lot of it's in the lower frequencies and stuff like that. So we try to keep it in that area as well. Like not that area, but like we try to incorporate some of the stuff before it was influenced in a I guess a negative way before. So I'm just happy to see that we're doing something different and people are appreciating it.
Cool. So what's your favorite Floyd era? Is it the early Pink Floyd with Sid Barrett or?
There he goes. Oh, I know that. That's a preset. I know that one.
What's a preset? So answer the question. What's your favorite Floyd?
Oh, let's do it.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yeah, we're here. Can you hear us? Oh.
Uh-oh. What's the signal?
Hello? Is anyone in there?
Hey. Hello?
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 Oh no.
Type1 Radio.
Wait.
Should we play another track?
The statue fields are one of the most peaceful places in
You're
America.
still there.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, I kind of broke out the bubble wrap and went from there.
No, ours is fine.
Oh dear.
All right, keep going, Blue Green.
Yeah. Everything's breaking up right now.
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing you guys, just so you know.
Interference.
Wicked. Is that a bit more,
The statue fields are one of the most peaceful places in America.
Should we use that?
No.
We lost them.
It looks like it.
There we go. I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we're back.
Cool.
Oh, cool. All right.
Alright, we're good.
So we were asking you what your favourite era of Pink Floyd was.
This is Rizzo. Personally, when I was in high school, and I was in my experimental stages, I watched The Wall a lot and listened to The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon. But but there's the old days were great too. I mean, you can't go wrong with honestly, I'm still gonna stick with because of the influence at that age. I'll stick with The Wall and Dark Side. I know that's the easy answers, but I can't help it.
Yeah, actually, for me, Dark Side of the Moon. That like totally switched my whole perspective on music. And actually, that one live show that we did actually did a cover of Comfortably Numb, and eventually we're actually gonna work that and eventually do a cover of that and release it.
Yeah,
we're gonna pay royalties and everything to the songwriters and everything, but their music to me. What was that?
Is it going to be like a sister cover?
Is it going to be like what?
Scissor Sisters.
Like the Scissor Sister cover.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a lot more electronic. I'm sure.
Yeah. There's going to be there's going to be some, I guess, dubstep influence in there, but but we're going to keep it. It's going to be nice. It's not going to be. We were not going to embarrass ourselves because when you do a cover. To me, you have to definitely really take it to another level, or at least try to get on the same level. So we definitely are going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort to make sure it comes out the way it is. And until it does, we're not going to release it. And so we're going to keep practicing and making sure it's the best it can be before the world hears it.
Yeah. Probably a little metal influence too, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, make sure you put more effort than the Scissor Sisters did. That's for sure.
No, I gotta hear it. I know what you're talking about. I just honestly, it's kind of a distant. I'm not exactly remembering how it was, but we
don't sound like on acid.
Oh my God!
Funnily enough, Nick Mason, the drummer, it said on an interview recently that is actually their favourite version of one of their songs they've ever heard because it just is so different. And
really, I got to check it out again. Roger Waters is actually playing The Wall in entirety tonight in Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here tonight. Oh, I might go.
It's expensive. It's like $150 a ticket. It's
oh
yeah.
Literally, guys, literally.
Yeah.
To see some old dinosaur.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's expensive.
Actually, Tom Petty has recently done a tour in the UK, and he played one night.
Yeah.
For his whole entire UK tour, and it was like £150, which is about $300.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
For Tom Petty? Jeez.
You hear Tom Petty going, "She's an American girl."
Oh no.
Yeah.
Or just illegally download his albums from something.
Yeah, go get them. Go get those torrents, guys.
Go get them torrents. You know, we put our music on torrents, just to let you know. On purpose. I give our music out for free. We give our music out for free.
I heard Tom Petty tried to sue the Chili Peppers for Danny California because he said that they stole that song from him or something. Because I don't know.
Every song he ever wrote from the Buds, so I don't know what he's complaining about.
You know, here's one thing I got to say about Tom Petty. Back when I was still, like listening to Pearl Jam and going to their concerts, they came here with Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And they were here for a 2-night stay. They did, I think it was like Friday and Saturday night. And Pearl Jam, they played different songs every night. Like there was maybe 1 or 2 that were, the same song. But Tom Petty, I hear, basically had the exact same set list both nights.
Yeah. Tom Petty's the same set list for 30 years.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, but that's a big difference because Pearl Jam's, they're awesome, man.
Yeah.
So
don't get me wrong, I like Tom Petty, but he is a bit of a. He's a bit of an establishment now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah.
He's alright. He's alright.
I did actually quite like the Mudcrutch album. Did you hear that?
I haven't, no.
Which is the original lineup of the Heartbreakers. And as a sort of favour, he got them back together and recorded an album.
I'll check it out. I mean, I'm always open to it. He I got a little bored with them, Yeah. I liked them a while back ago, but I got a little bored with them. I'll check it out.
Yeah. But there you go. It costs you $300 to go see him in London if you want to go and see him.
No. When you outprice people put you where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't afford to come and see you.
Yeah, man, I bought Damn the Torpedoes when I was like 16. For all my pocket money, all my allowance, as you guys call it in the States.
Allowance, yeah.
And I wore that sucker out.
Yeah, I mean, I love Roger Waters, but I can't spend $150. I would love to see The Wall in its entirety. I think he's even building the wall. Like, that's what I heard that, how he builds the wall or takes it down on stage, like they used to do that? I heard he's doing that.
Well,
and that's cool.
I mean, it's a full show. It's a full theatrical show because it's all animatronic puppets, and the way the wall sort of builds up and falls down at the end is pretty spectacular. And you've got planes flying. Very symbolic planes flying into the building there. I wonder where they got that idea from then, eh? Old Roger must have told them that one.
Roger Waters was the idea behind 9/11.
But yes, that's the Type 1 exclusive you heard tonight. Blood by the Maniac Agenda, and Roger Waters is
He's a bit of a corporation.
Funnily enough, Freeman used to say that the only rock band he couldn't find any sort of
yeah, I remember him saying that.
satanic thingy was Pink Floyd.
What about Lucifer Salmon?
Yeah, and what about
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta
Jackson
check.
and every other, the Beatles, every other sort of famous band has had some kind of Crowley connect. Oh no.
Yeah.
They definitely had Crowley, a little Luciferian love, I guess. There's some pictures of like Lennon and McCartney holding up like the 666 symbol and the devil horns and stuff like that.
And even if you want to go into today, you know how we have a dubstep influence. Skrillex, the biggest guy, and I guess in our country, if you look at his name, look at the 3 lines. It's the same thing that's on the Monster Energy drink.
The Bob.
Yeah,
the va va va.
The va va va.
Yeah.
So, like, it's everywhere. You just, if you know it, you see it. But
that's very true.
And it says 3 lines.
Very true. But yeah, there are a few weird things with Floyd because if you play Dark Side of the Moon to what's one for the
Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. It fits perfectly.
I've done that. I've done it.
What have you learned today?
Rizzo did it.
Rizzo did it.
It was cool.
Yeah, I've watched some of it.
That must be on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Somebody sent me it once where the Good Fairy of the West comes in.
Yeah.
And it's tight, it's one of the tracks on Dark Side, and it is pretty cool. Somebody actually took the time to sit down and do that. It's dedication.
Yeah.
I've actually heard.
Good that people have got time on their hands.
Have you ever heard the the bluegrass version of The Wall?
Yeah, no, I heard of that.
It's
it's by that something All Stars, I think it is.
What the called? Sorry. What's the band called?
Isn't it something All Stars who did like bluegrass?
It's Cajun All Stars or something they're called, something like that.
Yeah. I actually have heard that before. No, because because like I said, I work as a record producer. I was working with people, and they were like loving this album, and they played it to me. And they would always they're like, "Yeah, you got to hear this," and they would play it to me, and I was like, "Oh wow." Oh, okay, that's really cool. So yeah, it was something All Stars. I can't remember off the top of my head though, but yeah, it was really good actually. The one thing
Easy Star All Stars did a dub version of it. That's what it was. The Easy Star All Stars.
Oh, you're right. There's a dub version. That's on CD Baby. If anyone's interested.
I like it. They did it. They did some cool albums. They did what else they do? I think they did OK Computer.
Oh, wicked. What, Cajun style?
Which actually...
No, it's dub.
Oh, dub, right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's an idea.
Actually, that's actually a cool... that's a little piece of history.
Yeah, go ahead. Tony's going to tell you. We kind of have
with OK Computer from Radiohead, the producer and engineer that actually did that whole album...
Some of it.
Yeah, well, actually, some of it... Yeah, Simon Askew. He's the engineer who did that album.
He did some of this. He didn't do
the whole thing, but he did some of it. He actually did our song. Well, no, he actually mixed our song "Beautiful Struggle" on our EP.
Wow.
He's actually from London. Yeah, he's actually from where you guys.
He's done.
Wow.
He's done like Pendulum, Foo Fighters. That song "My Hero." He produced "My Hero" and mixed "My Hero." He's done some pretty big stuff. We're not tooting our own horn. We're just kind of throwing it out there that we were fortunate enough. Actually, that was Tony going after, trying to get somebody that we really, really wanted to work with, and he heard the track and he agreed to it.
Yeah, he loved it. He was like, I'm so blessed and happy that he was like, wow, that track, Beautiful Struggle. He's like, you know what? He definitely hooked us up with a very good situation with that, and I'm very grateful for that. So if he's listening, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Simon.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And We definitely, it's really cool to have a really, really talented, respectable BBC legend working on one of our tracks.
So what was the track called?
A Beautiful Struggle.
That's the other track I sent to you guys.
Right, we're going to play that right now, yeah?
Oh, cool, okay. Even better.
As soon as I find it, that is.
Yep. That was mixed by Simon Askew.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, Beautiful Struggle by the Maniac Agenda.
Yep.
Life is dealt a sorry hand.
Wow.
Wow.
You can hear the dubstep in that, can
you?
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. As well. Who's playing the guitar there?
That's Lenny Rizzo.
That's Rizzo.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey.
Cool. You summoned up Satan for that one, for sure.
Yep. Yep. The dubstep is me and my brother, and the guitar and vocals are Lenny Rizzo.
Yeah.
No, he didn't summon. He didn't summon up Satan. He just had his chakras tuned.
Yeah, right.
But it's all down to the BBC guys, though, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Simon's from BBC TV. He actually had a TV show.
Yeah, BBC TV. Simon Askew. He actually had Lenny was saying he had a TV show.
He has a show where he teaches like younger kids and all and up and coming producers how to produce and had a show about it. That I saw, on online. I saw
on
an
YouTube.
Episode or two. Yeah.
Yeah, on YouTube.
So I know it was playing at some time. It's cool cat, man. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, he's a really he's a legend.
Radiohead, you say?
Yeah, he did. He did some Radiohead work with Radiohead.
Pendulum. Linkin Park. Papa Roach.
I'm a big Pendulum fan.
Yeah.
You like that?
It's a big list. His list is huge. I couldn't even go through them. Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Maiden, dude.
Maiden. He worked with Iron Maiden. Audio Slave. I don't know if you guys know them. That was Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah. He did. He produced Like a Stone.
Like a Stone, okay.
Or mixed it or something.
Yeah.
You know what the best thing Iron Maiden's ever done is?
What's that?
The Iron Maiden, the singer from there, Bruce Dickinson, made a film called Chemical Wedding. Have you ever seen that?
Oh.
I've never seen it, but I love Bruce Dickinson.
You have got to watch Chemical Wedding. Look it up on some site, and watch that movie because it's very.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's very weird.
Chemical Wedding.
It's beautiful.
It's low budget, but
it's a piece
great.
of art that has to be appreciated. You will love it. I guarantee.
I'll check. Yeah, we'll check that out definitely.
Chemical Wedding.
It's about Crowley.
Now
But it's kind of funny.
Oh no, I'm into it. I read Crowley book, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have a pretty decent collection.
I'm surprised you haven't seen this film already. Then.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta check it out. I'm glad you said that.
That's a Type 1 recommendation for you,
well,
right?
I don't think you got the wide distribution,
Well, we can send you a link to it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would definitely. I'll be
up.
watching that tonight.
There you go. We'll get that for you right now.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to call in, the number is 347-966-9965515. And I'll repeat. Yeah, I've just had a smoke break. 347-996-5515. Call in and speak to the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe John Pistachio's there.
Yeah, John Pistachio, we'd love to one more time.
We kind of felt we'd made it as a radio show a few weeks ago, guys, because we had a crank caller.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, and we just called him John Pistachio, and he was just
John,
classic.
Pistachio John.
Hey, Tony does that link.
He was messing with you guys?
No, he was entertaining.
He was amazingly entertaining. He had a whole spiel that he came on with, and he just rolled, and it was just fantastic.
Mom! Pot roast!
According to Steve,
that was
he was a
part
genuine
of
guy
what he
from
was
the
on.
internet.
Say that again.
I said, according to Steve, he was a genuine guy from the internet.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of broke out the bubble wrap and went from there.
Mom!
No.
Pot roast!
Coca-Cola, I told you I quit that shit.
Called in the Brother X's show once as
I quit that shit.
Sorry, go on.
You called it as Albert Pike, didn't you?
Yo, you heard that?
I did, yeah. Brother X is the ghost of Albert Pike. What have you been saying about me?
I was the ghost of Albert Pike.
I'm a big Maniac Agenda fan.
Hey, Gotta have a little fun, man.
And Fredericks too.
Oh, I'm Fredericks, absolutely.
Who? ain't
Fredericks has got an interesting guest tonight, but
Yeah.
we don't know who it is.
Yeah,
He
Fredericks.
told us. He told us. We can't remember. So
Sean David Morton.
say it again, Nick.
Sean David Morton.
There we go.
There you go. We're tuned to the middle chamber tonight at 10 o'clock Central. Is it Eastern? Don't know. Help us out, Reset. When's Fredericks on?
No, he's on at 8 o'clock.
No, it's 8. It's the same time that Freeman's on. I think it's 8 p.m. Central.
Okay.
Freeman's never on.
Yeah.
That's no time.
No.
Well, same time that Freeman would be on.
It's true. I last time I talked to Fredericks, he told me they gave him a different, different time, and that it was at the same time as Freeman's show.
Yeah, he didn't exactly sound happy about that, but I guess that's what happens.
He
I know.
Even before he did it.
Freeman in the podcast more now, isn't he, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also on the Freighter show, you can catch one of my tunes as well, played every week.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Yeah, Nick's on the playlist on Freighter Show.
So, who's the best on Freighter's playlist? Is it Maniac Agenda or is it Sonic?
Well, they're all
Sonic.
Everything is beautiful in its own way.
It's Sonic.
I reckon what's called Systemic. They're the fucking wicked.
Systemic are back. Excellent. Yeah,
They are.
Good old techno boys.
Yeah, they're on the Friendship Agenda too.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's listening that isn't aware of what the Friendship Agenda is, then
go join it.
Go join the Friendship Agenda.
I think there's no chance that ever being possible.
Is the website's friendsoffreeman.com, right?
Yeah. Also known as the
actually, it's friendshipagenda.com, actually.
It's Friendship Agenda.
But if you type
That's
in
right, I had
Friendship
it
Freeman, you'll get to it.
Yeah. So check out the site.
Yeah, it still says Friends.
Join in. Get to meet lots of cool people. Not that we're cool.
When are they coming?
Get to meet lots of people.
Or if you're Swami, it sounds like you're meeting more than people. He's talking about some getting visited. If you're checking out the chat, Swami, we got to talk again, man.
Great. We want Swami to come over and visit us.
He is one of the best reasons of the friendship. Not they're all good, but
yeah, there are so many good reasons for the Friendship Agenda.
Swami's one of my favorites.
A real highlight.
As is Blue Green.
Blue Green coming to see us.
We've actually done the Friendship Agenda where we actually meet up. That's how
That's right, through meeting Sonic, and the show came about, and we've met up with a great guy, Blue Green, who's up in Scotland, and he's coming down to see us soon. And we're all just meeting up with people.
Yeah, make it real.
Yeah, and I think even people in other countries, like not just America, but New Zealand and Germany and places like this.
Michael from the States was passing through, and I just was like, come up here, have your dinner.
That's right. Michael, who's a friend of Swami, was passing through Scotland, went to visit Blue Green. There we go, friends all over the world. It's not just Freeman that can travel the world and just have people that he can drop him in at. We can.
I've made this joke before, but it'd be a yellow submarine if it was over here.
Yeah.
With the rain.
We'll try to send some sun over to you guys, because we've been getting a decent bit of it.
Yeah, it's
we got too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could really do with a couple of days here now, maybe a week even. It would just be really appreciated.
I hear that. Yeah. Any of you guys sun? No sun gazers in the house.
Sun gazers. Ah, yeah.
Well, yeah, when it's around.
First of all, you would need the sun to gaze at.
Yeah, well, that's why I was gonna.
Cloud gazers at the moment.
If you, we'll send some sun over, and so you guys can get a little of that in. Anybody who hasn't tried it, it's during like the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of sunlight of the day. The UV rays are low enough where you can, if done properly, you can stare at the sun for a short period of time, and it rejuvenates you to a point that I will always tell people about, just because it's one of the most amazing things I've ever tried. But you have to really do your research on it, because the first day you can only do 10 seconds, the second day you can do 20 seconds, and if you do it in the middle of the day, you'll go blind. I mean,
I've done that on the beach. We're right on the coast here, and I've been down the beach at sunset, actually with Vic's wife, Jackie. We've been down there before, and just doing, like, filming the waves and stuff like this, and doing a bit of sun gazing, especially in the winter months when the sun is quite low in the sky.
Definitely.
We have a friend
that goes on.
Eyesight's 20%.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. Oh, well, I was going to say, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I think I posted it in the Friendship Agenda on the Documentarianists page. But there's a documentary called Eat the Sun. It came out a while ago about sun gazing. And one of the things, it seems like there may be some legitimacy to it, that you are actually able to, get some nutrients or, sustainability from the sun. But it's weird because the guy that was teaching it, and I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, but he had this thing where he was saying that, I don't eat any food. I get all I need from the sun. But then they would go out, and they were filming him, and they would see him, like, stop by a fast food place, like McDonald's or something, and get some food far away across the street.
So he doesn't eat food.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Something like that seems like it might have just been done to, take away the legitimacy of it,
that sucks. Well, Rizzo's just gonna say that I eat food. I like food, but I do sun gaze. But I have to eat food still. I've heard that before. I will vouch for the fact that it feels like I'm getting some benefits from it. But when I'm done, I feel really amazing and internally blissful. But I can't say that it gives me my nutrients and vitamins and all. I can't attest to that.
Is it not said somewhere that it's the only true source of vitamin D?
That's what I've heard. It's one of the first things I learned when I started doing my research. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Pi.
Yeah.
Anybody ever see Pi?
I know of it,
Yeah, well, it was weird because I had never seen it, but I was having dreams about sun gazing, and I really, really wanted to do it, but I was afraid to because, they tell us how bad the sun is all the time and, kind of made us afraid of it. Like, growing up, you're always, like, told, like, don't stare at the sun, put on suntan lotion, do this and do that. And you kind of are put in fear of the sun, but I'm pro-sun, if I had to, not saying there's, like, a right and wrong there, but I do.
I'm pro-sun. Be pro-sun, haven't we? We'd be fucked without it.
Yeah, I think that's a total red herring. Stay out of the sun and, put on sunblocker and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a really interesting thing. Do you ever remember when there was, like, I can't remember, was it Chinese miners or Mexican miners were trapped underground?
Yeah, the 33 of them.
Yeah, and when they came out, they were sort of doing looking back over the reporting of it, and they said, well, what are these men going to face in the future? And they said, well, they're going to have to go and see a good dentist because sunlight is really important for your gums and your teeth.
Oh.
And like we get and they said they're probably going to lose their teeth and they're going to have massive injections of vitamin D to sort of stop them because they haven't had any light for ages, and nobody would make that connection really.
Oh. Yeah, just.
But and it's one of these things, and it's also vitamin D is really important for things like multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
And a lot of multiple sclerosis has been tracked back to Scottish people who emigrated to Canada. So they've got this kind of genetic, just years and years of not much sun. Mm-hmm. And really bad teeth. I neck bottles and bottles of vitamin D, and it's been really good for me.
Nice.
I'm all about that.
I'd much rather have the sun, though.
Yeah.
You ain't no good in Glasgow, are you?
Yeah. But what I've also heard as well is that you can go out during the day and take the sun and absorb the sun, but at night time you need to be in a room which is extremely dark so that the vitamin D can actually assimilate within the body. Because if you're in a room where you're not getting full darkness, your body will not assimilate vitamin D because your pineal gland doesn't put your body into
a nighttime mode, kind of.
Yeah, into the mode that it needs to be in to start doing the nighttime processes. So make sure that
melatonin's in there somewhere, isn't it? Melatonin,
yeah, that's
really important.
Definitely. Is there not also a fact that you shouldn't wash your face after you've
And
been in
that's
the sun?
right.
Well, we do that here.
Yeah. You shouldn't wash after being in the sun because you wash all the vitamin D off or something. You have to let it kind of falls on you and you have to let it absorb, I guess. That must be the idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never did that. Wow.
Yeah. So go lie in the sun, get really sweaty and smelly, then go to bed in a really dark, stuffy room.
I don't have any friends.
Yeah.
Maybe have some strong garlic food.
With some vinegar.
Maybe rub some shit in your clothes as well.
Well, you don't know. It might work at least.
Yeah. That's what my mom used to tell me, that putting on vinegar, it helps sunburn.
Yeah. Vinegar is good for your hair as well. Makes your hair nice and shiny.
Nice.
Yeah, helps prevent nits in the hair. Any advice for people with children there?
True. I don't know what American. Do you know what nits
What do you call lice in the hair?
Bugs in your head.
Kids in school get little creatures in the hair.
Head lice?
Head lice.
Yeah, I
okay.
had lice one time when I was a little kid.
That's it. Everybody gets them when they're little kids.
Yeah, we call them nits here.
Yeah. What do you call them? Nets?
Nets?
Nits. N-I-T-S. And
I got it. Yeah.
Knit head.
Knit head, yeah. I had them when I was a little kid.
Yeah, everybody had them.
You're a knit head.
We've all been there. We've
Nothing but net.
It's a cross-cultural platform here. We're sharing with our American friends tonight.
Yeah, we're sharing our traumas.
Sharing our body.
Breaking down the barriers.
I like it.
I like it.
Hey guys. Swami just said in the chat that knit is the name of lice eggs.
Oh.
You're actually right there, Swami.
No, he's right. No.
I know.
The creatures are called lice. And
they're called lice, but the
nits.
nits are the eggs. Yeah.
Swami,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Swami,
I know.
he's on the line.
Because my mom got a special comb to get them out of my head when I was very young.
Had a little magnifying glass on it, right?
Yeah. It was a comb with a magnifying glass, and she was upstairs in the bathroom, and it took a couple hours. But oh my God, I was not liking that when I was a little kid.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that you have to go through and comb, get the comb through the hair, lots of conditioner, and then rinse it off, and then put malt vinegar on their hair. And I think that's what kind of dries up the eggs and just makes it an inhospitable habitat for the things to live in.
Scorched hair policy.
Vic's just saying that if you play the right tone, they'll actually jump out of your hair.
Yeah, I heard that, because everyone was like scared of me, because they thought, oh no, he's gonna spread it. They were like, oh no, he's diseased. I was like, what's going on? I had no clue what was going on. I was a little kid. I had no clue what was happening. It was really absurd to me.
And you're saying a certain frequency makes them jump out of your hair?
Yeah, Vic's just saying, if you play the devil frequency, they'll jump out of your hair.
Only if I was a musician then.
Royal Raymond Rife. You know that guy? Is it Royal Raymond Rife? Have you heard of that?
No.
It's Raymond. Like it's a device that gets, I haven't actually seen one, but it gets.
Really?
It's a frequency-based. You sort of, I don't know exactly.
No.
You kind of bug your body with frequencies, and it can knock out parasites and stuff.
Yeah, my buddy Fred Immendorfer, the vice president of the Tesla Science Foundation, he has one at his house.
And does he say it's good?
Oh yeah, it's cool. I've used it. I've used the Rife machine over there a few times. You got to use. I think you got to keep using it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I don't own one, so I don't know the long-term effects. But yeah, him and his son Dave Immendorfer, which they're both really close friends of mine, turned me on to that.
So there must
actually.
There must somewhere be like sorry, there must be somewhere like a phone book, if you know what I mean, like a list of frequencies, like nits don't like. Or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Mic check! Mic check! Namaste!
You're with us,
Mom!
Swami.
Pot roast!
See, that was my Pistachio John impression.
We're talking about sun gazing, Swami.
Swami, we just want to introduce you to Tony Gonzo of the Maniac Agenda.
And Rizzo. We're both here.
Rizzo, I'm sorry, Rizzo.
That's right.
It's both of us.
Yeah.
We're both here.
Yeah, me and Swami know each other. We talked before.
Oh,
yep. There you go.
Well,
we're all friends here, yeah.
Yep.
And we've got another caller. We've got another caller. Area code 215. You're live on the Type1 Radio Lounge with the Maniac Agenda and Swami and the rest of the gang. Hello.
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 Hey, who's that? Is that Brett?
Is that Ken?
Brett?
Ken? No.
Hello? Hello, caller?
Hello?
Who are you?
Hey, caller, tell us your name. Hello, caller, tell us your name.
215.
Hold on, let's see.
There you go, never mind. Go on, Swami, tell us something beautiful.
I have been sitting and enjoying the discussions of people who are gifted musicians because
thank you.
I can scarcely blow my nose, let alone any sort of music with any sort of instrument. Once upon a time, when I was very small, just a little Swami, I got a saxophone, and the most use I got from my saxophone was hiding some of my dad's cigarettes in the case, so my brother and I could smoke them on the way to school.
But you know, Swami, the song at the beginning of
music.
the song at the beginning of your show, I wondered if it was you singing that song.
No, that's a man named Krishna Das. He was the student of a guru who is also in my lineage. His name is Neem Karoli Baba. And he went and he spent a lot of time with Baba in India. And in Baba's ashram, one of the things they did a lot is something called bhajans, which is like singing mantras, that kind of thing.
I bet you could do a mantra.
Right. And when Krishna Das was Baba's favorite devotee to hear sing. All right? Mm-hmm. So when Krishna Das was done with his spiritual education, sorry.
I think that's Jim getting his mic sorted out there. Jim, if you could...
That was me.
No, it was
Swami. Right, sorry.
Jim didn't say anything.
Anyhow, Baba told him that it was time for him to leave and go back to America. And Baba asked him, he said, what will you do for me when you leave? And he said, I'll sing for you, Guru. He said, good, you do that. And then he left, and then he became, I mean, he's known worldwide. He's very, very well known amongst, those who listen to mantras and bhajans and stuff like that. Mm. And the song that I use at the opening is him singing about the feminine aspect of the divine and the mothery relationship. And it was while listening to that song one day, I got to experience the presence of a woman named Ananda Moyi Ma, who was an avatar in the 20th century, probably the best known of the women saints of India in the 20th century. She wasn't born normal at all. She knew the whole time she's part of the infinite, and her life didn't go anywhere near like a normal person does. But she's also in my lineage. And when I was listening to him doing this song, there's a part in there where it says, "Everywhere I turn, you kiss my face." And I felt it was very direct, very conscious. It was a wonderful thing. And when having the chance to interact with people who can so well manipulate vibrational frequency through instruments, I'm really jealous about that.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, Swami, if you could sing, that's how you would sound.
I know he has a similar timbre to his voice that you have, yeah.
Oh, Krishna Das?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy on your show.
Yeah, we sound somewhat alike. He's got a better voice than I do.
Is he from Illinois also?
No, he's from New York. He's actually a Jewish guy. Jeffrey, I recall his last name. But he's just a white guy who, back in the 60s, he felt the pull to go to India, and he met this fat old guy who sat there wrapped up in a blanket talking about things nobody could see, and and then all of a sudden he was able to, experience some of this stuff that the guru was talking about. And it is all based on vibrational frequency influences. Mm-hmm. That's what pieces us up.
Rizzo.
We were talking about that earlier.
You know I'm about it. You know Rizzo's about it, man. I'm all about it. All day. All day.
And as long as you guys follow what touches you the most deeply, you're doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean...
If it touches you there, it's not that.
I think Vic's got a question for you.
I was just going to say, Swami, I play sitar, and I've played at backgrounds before, and you're saying it's like with sitar, with different ragas, they're for different periods and times of days, working with the tattvas and the vibrations and stuff. It's fascinating. And if you play the right raga, sometimes I'll just sit in the garden under my Bodhi tree. That's what I call it. And I'll just sit there and I'm playing the right raga at the right time. And it can be like the evening, when the sun's going down and stuff. So you're sun gazing as well.
What raga do you play when a train goes by?
You become something else. You're not even there. Something takes over you.
There you go.
Right. There's an expansion.
Yeah.
A natural expansion.
Wait.
It's not anything freaky or scary. It just, your awareness goes further than the limitations that you're normally functioning within. And that's the most beautiful thing. That is divine contact.
Oh, yeah.
That is the real deal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, so we have a sitar player in the house right now? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Want to get on the Maniac Agenda track?
Some tracks over. I'll lay some tracks down for you, man.
Yeah, we should. Let's do something together.
Yeah,
Let's collaborate.
Yeah, definitely. Sympathetic vibration, that's what it's all about.
This is Vic. His avatar on Fox is Azov.
When I was 10 years old, I was with my mother. We were coming back home from going grocery shopping. She pulled over at somebody's garage sale, and I found an album. Now, see, I was 10, so, this is like a long time ago. But I found an album of Ravi Shankar, who is, to my opinion, the master of the sitar on planet Earth.
Well, you going to tell him your Ravi Shankar story?
What's that? I can't remember.
The time you got the album cover and you phoned them up?
Being sung, but it made me so joyful to listen to this. And I just listened over and over and over. And my brothers they wanted to break the record. It didn't sound like anything that we were normally listening to, but that was one of the early indications for me that what that comes from, what that represents, is where I belong.
Sometimes I play sitar with a singer. She's a Tibetan singer. Her name's Tsunami Yangchang, and we were playing over in Berlin in this church, and she's brilliant, and she ends the whole show just by she sings like chants, Tibetan chants, and she ended the whole show just doing the chant a cappella on her own. And there's 800 people in this church. And what she does is she gets everyone in the church, everyone there, to sing, just and she just sings over the top of it. And then she just leaves the building, and they carry on for like 10 minutes. And the sound engineer rushed in. We were in the changing room, and he rushed in and goes, "You don't believe it. On the spectrum analyzer, it's exactly A440. So you had 800 people singing exactly A440.
She tuned them to that?
Yeah.
Right.
Amazing. And they sung for 10 minutes because they couldn't.
They couldn't stop.
They couldn't stop. They're just in that place.
Yeah.
Awesome. In this amazing church acoustics and everything.
Wow. See, that's gymnastics, isn't it? That really is.
Well, she's a shaman. Check her out. Tsunami Yangchang.
She's lovely.
World music.
We should get her on the show.
When she comes around, she's in the garden, sort of like.
She's lovely. Yeah.
She hangs out with all kinds of celebs. Tom Cruise, all kinds of people. Topical at the moment, but she actually sings for the Dalai Lama when he's about, and but when she comes around, she's just like in the garden. Let's do some weeding, let's do this, and she's like really down to earth. Brilliant.
What's her name again? So the
Tsunami Yangchang.
Tsunami Yangchang.
Like world music.
Yeah. She's known as Yang.
She lives in Germany,
yeah. She lives in Germany at the moment, yeah. But apparently there's only 3 people that do a type of Tibetan singing in the world. So
is it overtone?
No.
Not at all, no.
Do you guys into any of the Alex Gray art? The guy who did the artwork for Tool a lot?
Oh my God, that's so cool.
I went to his art studio back when it was in Manhattan. He moved to upper New York, upstate. But when he was back in the day, I did this thing called Himalayan Voices. It was actually what turned me on to a lot of this energy work. Was these people had gongs and singing bowls and just all sorts of stuff. And it was a good 2-hour meditation with them just working it. And man, it was really, really cool. Not to mention it was inside of Alex Gray's Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, which is a beautiful place. If you've never seen pictures, check it out. Yeah, there you go.
Those singing bowls the first time I ever heard them, and I was just totally enchanted.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's just this woman sitting around with, she had like what looked like a rolling pin, for rolling pastry, and she was just
moving around.
Circling, but she was tapping it, she wasn't doing the circular thing, she was just like almost willing the sound out of these bowls. It was incredible. Oh no, what's happening here?
I love singing bowls. Did you ever hear the glass ones?
Yeah.
They're beautiful, man. They're expensive, but they're beautiful.
Have you ever seen the climatic structures of water? Like if you put water in a singing bowl and do it.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is, and also, did you guys ever see the test they did with the solfeggio frequencies? They had a metal plate that they put sand on. And it made the sacred geometrical patterns.
Well, that's in Ben Stewart's second film, isn't it? Kamatika.
Yeah, you mentioned that,
Yeah, Kamatika, that was a good one.
But to actually see those patterns forming are just amazing, aren't they?
See, this is the sort of stuff I need everybody to see that comes around me talking about. What does the mantra do? You mean I sit here and I say some words I don't understand and it does something?
Exactly.
I'm not fucking with you. I wouldn't lie. I got stuff to do.
Yeah. Doing that to the waters in your body.
We used to do in the Unitarian Church when I was part of a Gnostic Christian, bit like you, Swami, but different area. And we used to do Sikya, sort of like Sufi singing. And we'd sit around a bowl of water. And yeah, you actually change the, what you're saying.
You
exactly.
change the wave patterns of
and
the
that, again, that's really powerful, when you get into Sufi singing. It is mantra, it's Allah, you lose yourself and you get carried away and you just go up into other dimensions and people just start expressing themselves and it's beautiful and it's like...
Well, I lose myself when I do the Om.
And then, the water's actually blessed, so then if you drink the water after, it's vitalised.
Was that the whole thing about getting your water on the Organite and gathering it under there sort of thing and drinking it?
Oh, the Organite, yeah. Hey,
we have Organite.
Might as well send a shout out to Jay Parker, definitely. Jay Parker makes the Organite in Philly. He's the guy.
Well, we actually have a piece of Organite on top of our studio computer.
Yeah, I have Morganite.
Right now.
What's that?
I have Morganite in front of mine, which is like, those Easter Island heads.
We had some made by a good friend called Dudeface, Darren Bliss.
Really?
I wanted to get some Organite from Darren.
Yeah. Well, I know Frater X does it too. I know he's a madman.
Yeah, Frater X, yeah.
That's where I got mine.
We've had Jay Parker on the show a few months ago. Talking about all his Organite and his crazy life.
And did we not play the Maniac Agenda tonight?
Nice.
How do you remember that?
Because they're from Philly.
Oh, that was the
from
link.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, Jay's the man. He's definitely the man. He's a good guy.
He's had a crazy life.
Yeah. Oh man. During the Tesla convention last year, he was telling me some stories that just if you ever get the chance to ask him the Blue Pyramid story, I'm not going to spoil it, but Jay Parker's Blue Pyramid story is pretty exceptionally crazy. Beautiful crazy.
I love the backstories you get from people when you actually get to meet them.
The Blue Pyramid story,
We've got a caller, Natsum Oyuki. You're live on the Type1 Radio Lounge. Hello?
Hi, caller.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Maniac Agenda?
Yeah, what's up?
It's me, Sven from Germany.
Sven! What's up? Oh my god! How are you doing, Sven?
Awesome to hear. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
We're doing awesome. I am so happy you called. You are the man. Like, seriously, you are the man.
Sven's a good guy. Me and Sven are actually brothers on Facebook, technically.
Yeah.
Sven is like our biggest fan ever, and you know what? He goes beyond just a fan. Like he's a brother to us.
He's a brother to us.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
How you been?
Awesome, guys, and surely I love you more than everything.
We love you.
We love you, man. It's so good. I'm so glad you called in, man. It's actually cool to actually just talk to you. Talk to you. So what's going on? How you been, man?
I'm fine currently. I got vacations and bored every day.
Oh, beautiful. Have you been listening in? We've been talking about some pretty cool topics tonight.
Yes, I'm currently hearing to everything and, well...
So, Sven, tell us, how did you know Maniac Agenda were going to be on today? Are you on the Friendship Agenda?
I knew Maniac Agenda since they were Maniac All-Stars. I found them on YouTube, and I thought, such an awesome music. I loved it directly, and then they turned to Maniac Agenda, and they were such awesome.
And so was it through Maniac Agenda's website or something like that that you knew that they were coming on the show tonight?
Once again, please.
Was it through Maniac Agenda's website that you knew they were coming on the show tonight?
Facebook.
Their Facebook page or something?
I use Facebook.
How did you know they were coming on the show tonight?
I posted it on Facebook.
He's the biggest fan of the Maniac Agenda, of course he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we posted.
We posted on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure he found out through there.
Yes, I use Facebook, and you knew that you have the show right now.
Excellent.
That's
in
fantastic.
all over the world.
Wow, thanks for phoning in.
Yeah.
That really is a fan.
That's a total fan.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Sven is the man. Like every time we're doing any type of thing, I see Sven's name pop up all the time, and he's the first one.
I'm loving this. We're talking to you guys all over the world. We're in Philly, and he calls from Germany. Like, I'm really loving this.
And we're in Great Britain.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It's like an international party. Like
absolutely. Who needs the Olympics?
Yeah, the what?
Also, some greetings from my family, because my family is listening too, and my brother said that I have to greet you.
Oh, well, hello to your family then, definitely.
Yes. Hello to your family, and I wish you the best, and good energy, and, thank you for tuning in, Sven. How you been, man? Like, I definitely, it's so cool to actually talk. I've actually never talked to Sven, but I always see his name every time. And this is like the first time I actually got to connect and talk to him. So I'm like really excited right now.
Another Type 1 Radio first.
Yeah, it is.
Bringing people together. Fantastic.
Definitely.
So what Maniac Agenda track have we not had? Have we had Beautiful Struggle yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah, you heard Struggle. We just did a remix for Serge Tankian of System of a Down. I don't think we sent it to you yet, but we do have it. It's on talenthouse.com, and if you just see where Serge Tankian is, we have that available right now.
We've got Dissolve.
Yeah, we have Dissolve. Yeah, play Dissolve.
Yeah, no, wait. Before we play, let's just ask Sven, is there any questions or anything you'd like to ask Maniac Agenda? Or you just want to say hi?
I just wanted to say hi, and the only question I got is to ask why this band is so awesome.
Oh, that's a difficult question, Sven.
Explain your awesomeness.
I can't. This is Rizzo. I can't quite explain it because, in all honesty, I feel in music the only thing that makes a band awesome is the people who care enough to listen. So the awesomeness comes from you, Sven. Like, thank you for supporting us, and and Sonic and the Type 1 Lounge for having us on and caring about us enough and playing our music. If we have any awesomeness, it comes from that, you know what I mean? And just from the pure love of connecting with humans through what we do. I'm not good at many things, so, that's what I do, frequencies. That's what we do. We do sounds. So we're happy to connect.
Well said. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's absolutely excellent.
We've got about 5 minutes left. You're gonna be cool for.
Well, maybe if
for some podcast stuff.
Yeah. We're coming up to the podcast, which means that the live listeners won't be able to hear us, but if they listen to the podcast later, obviously they'll be able to catch up on us.
We'll stick around a little bit.
And if you stay on the line, you can still listen in.
Yeah, maybe if you give us your websites, your contact details, go through a little bit of that, tell us where people can contact you, what your gigs are that are coming up, where people can see you, yeah?
Okay.
And then we'll play your song into the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, right now you can check us out at maniacmusic.net, and we're also on Facebook and Reverb Nation under the Maniac Agenda. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, we're at Facebook at the Maniac Agenda. Maniacmusic.net is our website, and we're going to be playing at
Upstate New York
at the Freedom of Expression Festival with Immortal Technique and Lazy Rich and a lot of other great artists. So you can check us out there. And if there's any producers, any artists, mandolin players, hint, hint, out there, hit me up.
Vic plays the mandolin as well as the guitar.
That's what I was saying. Hint, hint, hit me up at DJSAT@maniacmusic.net, and let's link up and let's make some beautiful music. Let's make some awesome frequencies for all these people.
True. And if anybody wants to email Rizzo for any reason, I'm just at Rizzo@maniacmusic.net, or you can get me at theascended13@gmail.com. We're doing the Freedom of Expression 2 Fest with Immortal Technique. Also, we're playing with R2DJ.
RJD2 and members
members of the Disco Biscuits. I'm sorry, we just booked it. An awesome guy, Alex English, hooked us up with the gig. Webster Hall, for people in New York, they know what's up.
Yeah,
with Webster Hall.
Webster Hall is like the biggest electronic event in New York. That's a weekly, and the promoter for that on a Friday night is Alex English. And shout out to him. He's like,
shout out to him.
Yeah, he definitely hooked us up with that gig, and I give him so much love and respect for everything he's done for the music and the scene. So,
and we also want to thank real fast because we don't want to forget. We want to definitely thank Bruce Farmer. Okay, we're out. We want to thank Be Radical for doing our Dissolve video. So when that finally comes out to everybody, thanks to Bruce for that.
And shout out to Sven. Sven, you're the man.
Thank you so much for phoning in.
I appreciate it.
Stay with us, and you can just continue with the chat here on the radio lounge. So we'll just play Dissolve now,
And thank you for listening, everybody, on the live show. I'll see you next week.
Thanks for having us.
You in the
guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Maniac Agenda in the house.
Love you all.
Check your dark direction as you turn towards light selection, switching on and off like an endless life ascension, yeah. And didn't forget to mention that I'm holding down dimensions.
There you go, then.
Oh, that was great.
There we go.
That was the Maniac Agenda. Is that a new
Thank you
thing?
guys for having us. It was absolute pleasure. We had a lot of fun.
Well, you're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
We're still here. We're hanging out. Like we blocked the day off.
Mom! Pot roast!
Hey guys, sometimes what we do in the lounge is we have what's known as the news bong, where we take stories from the news and we put the Freeman...
We
the
filter
Freeman
them through the bubbling bong of...
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
And then we throw them out as we see them after we've filtered them through the bubbling bong.
So have you got any
News stories?
Brought to you by the Type1 Radio Lounge.
Have you guys heard about the zombie attacks going across America?
Yeah,
because of the bath salts and all that stuff?
Yeah.
At first they said it was a batch of bad LSD, then they said of bath salts, then I'm hearing just like weed stories.
And then I just heard it was crack, and I'm like, come on, make up your mind.
The guy in Florida, the last I heard, they were talking about cannabis psychosis.
Yeah.
What?
But it was from fake cannabis, wasn't it? It was from... It wasn't real cannabis.
I've never heard of cannabis psychosis.
Was it like that potpourri or whatever they have? He
had actual pot in his system. That's all he had in his system. There was no bath salts, or, you know.
Well, no, it's what it is. It's this stuff that they're selling as incense at like tobacco shops, and it's like synthetic weed or something. And I'm not even certain something like that would come up in a UA or something, you know?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, we've tried it.
I actually tried it one time. No, I did try it one time. It feels like weed, but like I don't like it personally.
It's like chemical tasting.
Yeah, it's very chemical tasting. It's like almost very but the paranoia afterwards is absolutely insane. So I was like, nope, never again.
Yeah.
So,
and maybe if you take it and then you stand adjacent to a cell phone tower, it kind of the microwaves interact with your brain and the synthetic qualities of what you've just taken in. Maybe that's what's doing
it.
If
you look at a flat screen TV.
Yeah, or if you stand between a green light bulb and a flat screen TV.
Have you heard that, Freeman?
Yeah.
Suddenly they flick a switch and you're a zombie, and that's you.
Yeah, Freeman was saying
that
ages ago that the flat screen TVs and the
along with the low energy light bulbs.
That they actually manipulate your brain waves with this.
No, that's actually funny you guys mentioned that. When I was in college, my roommate was an engineer, and he actually worked for the government, or the man that
told you about the flicker rate?
Yeah, no, and he was telling me about how, like he said, in the future, they're going to have TVs that are actually organic bacteria that are inside the TV. Whoa. So actually, you know how the Borg inside and Star Trek and everything are? That's actually going to be what we're going to be watching. And he actually said they actually can have diseases and viruses that pass through organic and actual electronic stuff. Like, it's really amazing. I'm like...
Yeah, like computer viruses coming out. Kind of
thing. That really, I don't know if you guys remember. That really makes you think about. You remember Freeman had mentioned that they had sent some iPhones or something and some stem cells
into the
International Space Station. What are they doing with that?
Really?
Have you guys heard about GM mosquitoes being weaponized with dengue fever?
I have. The GMO mosquitoes?
Oh, mosquitoes. Last summer, mosquitoes was our life.
Yeah, we probably already have it. We had, when the house got flooded, we had a mosquito infestation, so we're probably chock full of the
the dengue fever mosquitoes. Well, it's prime weather over here at the moment because we've had so much rain, and it's down south anyway, where we are. I'm not so sure about blue-green up north, but down south it's still quite warm. It's not terribly humid, but it's warm, isn't it? And it's it's quite good mosquito weather, really. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't get a pretty healthy batch.
Apparently only 30 people a year die in the States.
You guys were talking about the mosquitoes? Brett just came and got me out of the other room. I was just arguing about World War II with somebody else on my computer. The mosquito things are being released in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida.
They're being released to fight supposedly dengue fever, and what it's going to do is render supposedly the wild mosquitoes infertile, so they can't multiply. But there's no way to say what it's going to do to other bugs. But they also said nonsense that they said that mosquitoes never go more than 200 yards from where they're barred. Well, that seems to say then there's no wind in the air. Because obviously, they don't need to fly. Mosquitoes tend to blow, just like everything else, when a storm comes up, or a hurricane, or a thunderstorm, or whatever. And it was a guy from England, and he was on Alex Jones this week, and he's looking it up now. Yeah, Google or Bisquick, whatever. It's Bisquick. Ixquick. Not Bisquick. Ixquick. He was on with Alex Jones for a while, and there's a small piece. We'll put it up on the Facebook page, and we'll put it on the Type1 page, too. He was very nice. He came on. He was willing to defend it. And he said he refused to defend Monsanto and those people. But, of course, their genetically modified bugs were going to be safe, even if other people's weren't safe, because he said that, ours are a terminating thing, which is the same thing they argue about terminated seeds, that they won't spread, but they do. He said, once our bred mosquitoes killed off the dengue mosquitoes, which there's really no proof there's an epidemic of dengue mosquitoes in Florida anyway, that, they will just obviously kill themselves off because nobody multiplies. But that's the same argument with terminating seeds that they plant with the GM corn. But, like I said, that tends to... Everybody forgets the fact that floods spread mosquito eggs, wind blows mosquitoes, and people get them on their clothes, and you'll carry them with you. They'll get in your van, your car, your RV, whatever the hell you're doing, your boat. You'll take them everywhere else. So, I mean, he misses the whole point that they won't spread. I mean, he's a very nice guy. I'll give him credit for having the balls to come on and face Alex Jones, who tends to be, pretty boisterous about everything. But,
a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, at least he got rid of his damn bullhorn, but which was obnoxious. But he does get the information out there, whether his choice of stick is good or not. At least it gets the news out there, and he does funnel 99% of his money back into more documentaries. I'll give him credit for that. But this guy, I'll give him credit. He did do that. And I also posted something else to what you guys are talking about on Type 1, because I've been listening in the other room, but since I'm still having problems with my Skype. I was busy arguing with somebody in the Netherlands about World War II and gun control and everything else. I've been on my page.
The chairman's lost.
I was just going to say real quick, I just found the guy's name, and it was Hayden Perry. And, yeah, he was the CEO of Oxitec, which I guess is a British biotech company.
Yeah. And we'll post this YouTube thing on Brett's and mine on the Type 1 page, and anybody else want to go grab it or whatever. But, yeah, I give him credit. He came on and he gave his pitch that, no, mosquitoes don't spread more than 200 yards, like I said, which tends to discount the fact that they get into the water supply and they get in aquifers. And like I said, floods, rains, if they get in a sewer, they get spread by the sewer water, they get spread by flood water, they get, spread by eukaryotic. Everybody knows you walk inside, bring mosquitoes in your house, on your skin, on your clothes, your hair, whatever else. And also... what's really scary, is what mosquitoes do is, they inject you with an anticoagulant when they bite you in order to make sure that your blood doesn't clot and they can keep sucking their brains out. Nobody's questioning is, okay, you got this infertility gene that you put into the mosquito who is now going to, inject you, first of all, with an anticoagulant, which will start eating the skin around the bite so it can keep sucking the brain. Well, there's no way to say that gene won't be transferred to any cow, horse, dog, cat, person, or bird, or anything else they bite. So, I mean, it's a very frightening thing, and they're saying they're going to go ahead and release thousands of these mosquitoes. And this is at the same time that they decided the bugs are so dangerous now in Florida, which is ridiculous, that they're going to start using military planes. Brett found this one. To spread poison in the air. Well, okay, they're admitting then that they're going to use the same chemtrail planes they say that don't exist because the military is not into dust cropping, they're not supposed to be dust croppers. So obviously if they're admitting they're going to use the U.S. military Air Force planes to, drop poison, you know. So obviously they're also admitting that the chemtrail planes that they say don't exist really do exist. So.
Isn't there also Android mosquitoes that get you with nano technology?
If the mosquitoes haven't done anything, they shouldn't have anything to fear.
Personally, I'm all for death penalty for all mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, flies, and roaches are the only thing I have very little sympathy for.
There was one beneficial. This guy that told me about this last night. He said there was one beneficial effect that they were actually destroying the genetically modified corn. Backcoring, whatever it is.
What's the killing the genetically modified corn?
The GM corn, yeah.
The GM mosquitoes.
Yeah, the GM mosquitoes were destroying the GM corn.
How?
Apparently.
I mean, you got any stuff over there about I mean, I know over here like they're taking little girls and like shooting them up with like Gardasil or something, or they're doing a lot of like you know, like taking kids, and definitely seems like they're making them infertile, like
fertile. Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah. Through the school system, you get the things through saying.
They're rolling it out for boys now, aren't they?
They're saying it's for
are they ruling it out? Right?
No, rolling it out. They're rolling it out for boys. They're saying, you know, if you grow up and if you have oral sex and all that sort of stuff. And they're saying that all the boys.
We're talking over here about Gardasil for boys.
That's what I'm saying. They're rolling that out.
They don't have to worry about cervical cancer at 10 years. What?
But what they're saying is we have to give it to boys so they don't give it to girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that works. Girls, what they said.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
So, how's the sodium fluoride over there, you guys? Is it tasting good?
No, we don't have any here.
Oh, no?
You don't? We have a lot over
here.
We
don't have it here.
Mandatory.
It's mandatory over here.
New Jersey, full state mandatory fluoridation of the water.
Really?
Yeah, no.
And most of Pennsylvania.
I think in some parts of Britain it is. Is it up north, Nick?
It's nasty stuff, I'll tell you that. It makes your tap water smell like
I think about
chemical.
Yeah. We have chlorine. We have chlorine.
Yeah, we have chlorine in the water, which is pretty horrid.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could smell that.
Yeah. Very chemically.
We don't drink it though. We go to the mountains and get our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love us. Thanks for the chemicals.
That's right.
They wouldn't do anything like that. Or
Yum.
Guys, start drinking distilled water. Make your tea with distilled water, and you will be consuming the healthiest water that you can consume, because distilled water has a negative charge, which will pick up the inorganic material that needs to be carried out of the body, which includes the barium and aluminum from the chemtrails, the heavy metals that are within the water supplies and in the diet, you know. But seriously, distilled water, not spring water, distilled water.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you use that, you'll also notice if you have like a coffee maker or a tea maker automatic, if you use distilled water, you won't get crap that you have to clean off of it anymore. Because that stuff's not in distilled water. Yes, distilled water is 88 cents a gallon at my local Walmart. And that is the safest, most effective thing the human body can consume.
I'm all about giving that a shot. I've been doing just spring water, but now that you tell me that, it looks like Blue Green has a distiller. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm all about giving that a shot.
Water will change things for you. Give it a shot. Try it out. Up to a gallon a day, and you will be able to flush out toxins that have been in your system for a very long time.
I'll tell you something about drinking distilled water. It's really good.
Thank you. I'm going to try that out.
if you drink distilled water, what you know, everyone knows that water doesn't really taste very much. But see distilled water, you can drink gallons of it. It's like I don't know. It's really easy to drink.
Really.
But the other thing is just to say, if anyone's listening, I have this on really good advice. If you distill water on your own, then at the end of the process, you should drip it into the bottle. More than 18 inches. That's all you have to do, because then it picks up the spin of the earth, because you've kind of somehow made it inert or something, and it's slightly bad for you. So if you drop it more than 18 inches into the bottle that you're going to store it in, it picks up the natural spin of wherever you are on the earth, and it just kind of brings it back to life or something.
Wow.
It's apparently very important.
Good fact.
Good fact.
There you go. Bong.
Bong,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got told that from a naturopath in London at a course that my friend was on, a really expensive course, and she was a really nice woman. So everything else that she's told me that we brought into my life or the life of my daughter has been amazing, and it's totally worked. Double bubble.
Who wants some good news?
I do. I want some good news.
Well, there's another George Bush on the way.
No, really? Who?
We've got George Bush.
Is it Barack Obama Part 2?
Jed
Bush's
son
is coming to the White House.
Yeah, he's
soon.
Well, he's just announced, or not announced, but there's speculation that he's going to move into politics, and he hasn't denied it. He's just said, "Oh well, yeah, I might do. I wouldn't say I wouldn't." So that means he will.
I wonder, is he a bonesman too? I know Prescott and the Georges were.
Oh, he's bound to be. Bound.
You know what I mean? Gotta be.
He's got Hispanic links as well.
That's right. His wife's Hispanic. Jay Whitener reckons that he's a really strong contender for that, because it'd be a really strong vote winner.
Yeah, they're just bringing through the next generation.
And what is with I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in Europe, recently there was like Berlusconi in Italy, and there was Sarkozy in France, and Tony Blair in the UK, and they all, thankfully went away, got voted out or had their term in office, but they're all coming back. Has anyone noticed this?
I have noticed that.
How is Berlusconi coming back?
I haven't, I don't have the link just to hand, but rumours are that he's coming back. I don't know.
Well, Tony Blair is coming back to politics in this country because he's now been taken on as advisor to the Labour Party in Great Britain.
That's right.
Now, weren't they just saying that Putin was thinking of coming back too?
Never going back.
Coming back to a city near you.
They ran a picture of Putin on the Drudge Report that showed Putin in a crouched position with his elbows kind of on his knees, wearing a wife beater T-shirt.
Wow.
And I'm like, why do we need to see the head of Russia looking like he's ready to kick your ass?
Yeah, that's the part they're playing. They've got him playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, what's going to be really strange is if some of the bizarre information around the interweb nets is true, and Russia and China end up saving the Earth from the U.S. and England and Israel.
Right. Oh, shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, can anyone...
They've always been the bad guys, remember? I mean...
Yeah, but remember that the way they're going to play this is because America set up 9/11, supposedly. You know what I mean? They're going to play that 9/11 truth card, whereby they say, oh, look, your own country set you up for this thing. They were behind it all, and therefore your whole freedom network of, the land of the free is a complete farce, and you need something like
it's as much a farce.
Totalitarian saviors.
Yeah, totalitarian saviors, exactly.
Can any of you guys in the US explain to me or tell me, has it been reported as widely, it's in the alternative press, that the massive Soviet military exercises in which they pretend, or the war game, them taking over and surrounding the CIA and the NSA.
I think that was supposed to take place at Denver Airport.
But how's that being reported over in your country at the same time as the US is sending warships to the Gulf, right? And at the same time as Russia are saying no, and Hillary Clinton is saying you will pay for this. You're going to have some paratroopers dropping over Denver.
Troops, yeah.
Badass. How is that being reported? Is there no one saying?
I know. It's just being mentioned as if this happens all the time. It's like, oh yeah, the Russians will be here next week. Okay, cool. And that's pretty much it, But nobody's going, wait. Russians.
I know.
In the United States, paratrooping in with guns?
And
what?
And you're preparing to surrender to them?
Well, the word on the intel stuff that I am privy to is that there's between what's going on with the Olympics and Operation Strawman, where the clones will be activated.
Yeah, drone planes.
This is real, guys. This cloning stuff ain't a joke.
No, we know.
Right, can you explain Operation Strawman for Vic?
Yeah, can you explain that a little bit more?
Operation Strawman. Millions of human beings across the planet have been cloned. Their originals not functional anymore. The clones can be triggered to do whatever it is they've been created to do. They will look just like a normal person, unless, of course, they begin to malfunction. Because like any system or anything created, there will always be that which doesn't work properly. So then you'll see these really odd things for humans to be doing, and what's happening is it's a clone malfunctioning.
A bit like the Stepford Wives, that kind of thing.
Like eating people's faces.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you have been watching Eureka, but honestly, that kind of sounds like the plot to this last season of Eureka.
This is a government operation called Operation Strawman. They were supposed to have activated or begun activating the clones on July 11th.
This is why you shouldn't use store loyalty cards, because this is how they amass information about you through your shopping habits and one thing and another.
Well, really, that kind of makes me wonder. I mean, you hear about Alex Jones talking all the time about they got databases for the past 30 years or something. They've been taking blood from every baby that's born. It's like, well, what are they doing with that blood aside from putting it in some sort of storage facility or something? Is that where the cloning is coming from?
Yeah, that's.
Well, they might be able to clone you, but they can't if they haven't got information about how you work. Then all they have is a clone.
Right.
But if they have information about your habits and things,
so all us tattooed folks are okay.
Well, no, I mean you think about it.
Somebody will notice if we show up clone without tattoo.
Look at all the data collection that's going on these days, though. I mean, could they just download your personality and install it into a clone or some shit?
Yeah, well, if they know what your habits are, if they know that you shop regularly at a shop here and that you what your certain habits are, where you withdraw money regularly.
What I wonder about is the what's the level of consciousness of a clone?
Mhm.
The clone has no soul.
Yeah, exactly.
It has nothing. It only functions as a bag of meat and water with a mind that's been programmed to perform in a certain way.
A meat
that's
puppet.
Yes,
Barack Obama.
Not people. You can murder clones all day. They're not human. But
this is some Star Wars shit.
there are millions getting ready to do all kinds of crazy things.
So we got tons of stormtroopers.
Like, you know,
the clones, the Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, the stormtroopers. They were clones.
Attack of the Clones, exactly.
The world, you know, stuff like just crazy things. So keep an eye out for that.
I'll keep an eye out when I'm traveling through London on the 27th.
Yeah.
It's like Swami, I think you'll be sort of interested to hear. It just so happens that I'm going down to see Fichek and Steve, and I'm taking my daughter, and we will unfortunately be passing through London for 1 hour on the 27th. You know, so. I don't actually think that's going to happen, but is it Ed Hood Ulmer? I'm not sure how to say that guy's name. Like he's one of the heads of Israel or something. He's just cancelled his appearance. He's just cancelled his appearance because he said that he, you know, due to Jewish observance or something, he doesn't want to, you know, I mean, something to do with the Sabbath. He was due to turn up at the Olympics, but he's cancelled. And it's not good when Israel cancels. You know, and the next thing that happens is find out some exercises being run by Peter Power and Crispin Black. It's all going to be a bit worrying.
Well, I've got an initiate who was hired by G4S.
Right.
To do security there at the Olympics, and I you know.
Have you heard the latest about that, Swami?
Swami, say that again.
He's got to be there.
Right.
And I felt very strange because I've been telling everybody, stay away from there. Michael Satnamji, who was up in Scotland, I told him, don't be there. But here, this person lives there. He's got to make some money.
Yeah, it has to be there.
And I told him, you've got to be there then. You've got to do this. Go get, you know, I mean... For that human, whatever that is going to occur is correct.
Wow.
And it was the weirdest thing to me where here I've been, you know, driving everybody else who will listen away from London during the Olympics. But then I had to say to this one, okay, great, congratulations.
Yeah.
There is actually a news bong about G4S. I don't know if you heard, Swami, that they cannot provide all of the security staff. So the government is drafted in 3,000 army personnel.
This is on top of all the other army personnel and the missiles.
We also heard that are they really putting like anti-military
aircraft?
They're already there.
They're there already, and the residents of One Tower Block mysteriously dropped their legal challenge this week as well.
Really?
Yeah, they said.
I found it very funny that in the 2008 Olympics, China, they had you know, these rockets that they were shooting up into the sky with sulfur, I think it was, to try and dissipate the clouds because it was raining so much. It's weird. You just wonder if that was some sort of precedence to be able to set up, you know, just something to shoot rockets at the Olympics.
But I think that
as part of the opening ceremony.
that story that Steve's saying, I think
that's part of the show.
Go on, Blue Green.
Well, the story that that you were saying just there, it could very easily, you know, by reading by past results, and if you just listen for any 10 minutes of the truth or what went on during the Kennedy assassination, the behind the scenes carry on, that this idea that the security company couldn't come up with enough people is a really good excuse just to draft in another 3,000, you know, active service army people.
Yeah. Trained killers, basically.
Yeah. And now imagine, you know, like we just want to really fucking tighten it up. How are we going to do this? Or I know how we'll do it. We'll just say we've ran out of security guards. We'll just bring in these people. Like, you know, the debate on BBC Radio, the debate is whether or not the soldiers should be reimbursed for their holiday pay.
Yes.
You know, by S4 or by the taxpayer. I mean, that's the level of debate. It's not about, you know, it's not about what the fuck's going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And also there was
there's
reports
3,000 people on the dole in London who want to go get some cash.
Yeah, but it's the total number. I can't remember, Swami, the total number. I wish I had it to hand, but you know, it's a very flimsy kind of rap on the knuckles. They're saying, well, we kind of knew we were kind of not going to make the quota. They've recruited thousands, but it's apparently just 3,500 more they needed to do.
But there are reports as well of people applying for jobs in security and getting so far, and then just the process stopping, and nothing else being heard.
Yeah, I mean, the whistleblower thing was sort of saying that they were, like, the standards were pretty low as if they were racing people through. I don't think there's been any problem with recruiting people to stand about in the rain, you know?
Yeah, well, they've had huge amounts of volunteers, so if people would, just
so this idea that we need, like, frontline troops all of a sudden just to kind of check tickets and stuff, it's totally bogus, whatever way you look at it.
Yeah.
Checkpoint.
The other thing that mentioned on the news,
porno scanners set up yet.
This week, whilst I was at work, the Olympic torch is going right past where I work. And I was driving down, and there's all these flags coming down from the lamp posts, and they say 2012. The 2012 polls, it says Zion, London.
Yeah. I know, it looks like Zion, doesn't it?
Die?
No, he does it.
Zion, London.
Zion.
It says that.
The 2012 looks like it says Z-I-O-N.
Oh, right.
Zion. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yep.
I was just telling Tony that.
That's why he said Israel backed out and everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
they've already got their tattoo on it.
The torch is coming to, it's in Sussex at the moment. It's actually going to be in Brighton tomorrow. Running around. Yeah, it's going to be at the...
You guys got to go with a bushel basket.
Bucket of water.
Yeah, bucket of water.
Bucket of holy water.
Well, if it rains like this...
Yeah.
There's a really good graphic on the David Icke website. I'm just going to post the link. It's about 2 down. It's a sort of spoof of...
Oh, I love David Icke.
It's on his website, and it's like a spoof of a PlayStation 3 Call of Duty graphic, if you scroll down, I've just posted the link. If somebody wants to, if you scroll down, it's about three pictures down. It's pretty good.
Just a little comment as well at what we were talking about a few weeks ago about I think Vic here was talking a few weeks ago about the Prometheus symbolism within the Olympics, and the fact that we have this film Prometheus coming out over here at the moment. And just I think last week, one of the people who was involved with the torch, because they have like different celebrities and all kind of different people involved in running the torch a little bit further and doing this and that. And one of the novelties they had involved with the torch was they had a guy with a jetpack who was flying up in the air with the torch. I thought that was quite resonating Prometheus there. Just another little Prometheus link there.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Jones is always talking about Prometheus and how Ridley Scott is like trying to trying to give people like a little heads up about how things are going down and all. But I don't know. I can't deny. I do every now and then I'll check out to see what's going on with Alex Jones. I'm not like a daily listener or anything, but I have noticed that a couple times.
With what Slimy is saying, how do we know it's not Alex Clones?
True. Oh, that would be a scary world. Several
jacked up on tangy tangerine.
Yeah, that'd just be great. 30 of them out in a parking lot somewhere, bitching about whatever's on their mind. Holy crap.
Yeah. Eating one another's faces off.
Usually I'm against nuclear weapons, but...
but in certain limited circumstances...
Well, you got to think about the greater good.
Getting dark.
Hey, we got some rain here in the breadbasket of the world.
You finally got some?
A little bit. Not much, but
we've got a monsoon here at the moment.
Rain, shall we? You got any chicken? Get your ass
take all you can. Unfortunately, I mentioned this in the chat room, but here just recently in my local paper, there was an article about a meeting of state officials that took place here locally about the drought and how not to freak the public out with what's going to happen. Because the corn is not pollinating. And corn is a big part of many processed foods. So anything that requires corn is going to go up huge in price because it's not pollinating. There's going to be very little harvest this year. And previous supplies and storehouse supplies were nearly wiped out last year. So, I mean, this drought situation is a big freaking deal with big consequences on down the road.
Damn.
But it's,
weather wars.
Yeah, weather wars, yeah. But it's only a big deal for, like you say, it's a big ingredient in processed food. But if you're not eating processed food, if you're just eating whole food, so you're eating a potato and a chicken leg, then you've got some whole food there. This was a potato, and it still is. This was a chicken leg, and it still is. You know, you've got...
Understood. But what I'm talking about is the fact that once you start raising these prices, that will trigger
for the masses in general,
price raising across the board.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this is just a natural way to bring that about.
Absolutely, yeah. Same thing over here. There's going to be big, stuff with all the rain we're having. There's going to be stories about, oh well, the potato crops are wiped out, and all this kind of thing. So
I'm surrounded by just outside the 100-acre woods where the ashram is. There's just cornfields everywhere, and they don't look good. I mean, normally they look much different by this time of year and beginning to pollinate that, and it's just not happening. And every day rain does not fall, it gets worse. I mean, it's already screwed up. It's already going to be a big problem. Now it's about how bad is it going to get.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Is that what the wood's called around your ashram, 100-acre wood?
That's what I call it.
Oh, right. Because we live near the real 100-acre wood.
There's a real 100-acre woods?
Yeah.
We live in a 100-acre wildlife reserve.
Ashdown Forest.
We live near it. Yeah.
Is Christopher Robin there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Really cool.
When you come over here and play your gigs, we'll take you to the bridge where they play poo sticks and all that.
On
Jansen.
Nice.
Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the bridge that's in the stories?
Yeah.
I've been there.
It's a wood called Ashdown Forest, and there is a bridge where the guy that wrote the books, can't remember his name now.
Mills.
Okay, right, where he used to go and to play this game when he was a child of chucking sticks.
Dropping the sticks, watching them go.
Like you do, race to the other side of the bridge and watch your stick come through.
You get a good bridge with plenty of sticks. It's
great
game to play. It's really exciting.
Yeah, we used to like
we played in France.
Yeah.
And it's great. And you're like, yay! When you win, it's like the universe has made you win. It's great.
The simple things in life. Who cares if there are clones?
It's a clone.
We do not understand. Why is it fun?
So, Swami, tell me this, as far as you know, tell me, what have you heard about the Olympics? Do you think, like violence, or do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's not just like a virus thing. You think like a bomb?
I anticipate massive death.
Right. Okay. But
I don't know.
A violent act as opposed to a flu pandemic. That kind of. What do you think?
I would think it's far more reasonable to assume there will be a false flag type alien situation.
Really?
I will not be the least bit surprised.
I remember.
That would be hilarious.
I remember.
No, it won't be funny because people.
Well, I know. I mean, okay. I'll rephrase.
I know what you mean.
It'll be awful, but having said that, it'll be hilarious if it's alien.
No, for the aliens. We want the aliens.
Yeah, we want the aliens.
Yeah, man.
We want the aliens. I'm skeptical because around, I'll just ask Steve and Debbie, but you got Chancery Lane, you got the City of London, and the Bank, and the Crown and Temple Bar and all that. All the seats of power that control the world power really are there. So are they, unless they've moved somewhere,
They
are
can
they
be moved though.
Yeah, well, maybe they have without us knowing, but
Well, there's nothing to say that they won't be there after whatever. It's still possible.
Yeah, they can trash the stadium and kill lots of people without tearing up any of their good buildings.
I think this is my theory is that stadium has been built in such a way, in such a position on the energy grid, that the stadium itself is a weapon or is a vehicle of some sort to manifest some kind of technology.
Right.
And I think that the twin towers were built in the similar sort of way, and
that's going to be used to take down the Shard.
No, I think the Shard may be a catalyst. Yeah, that was. I think they were maybe trying that out the other day when they did their little light show from the Shard. That was the kind of introduction. That was very interesting that they finished the Shard just 2 weeks before the Olympics start. They did their little light show from there, and it's almost like that Shard is the torch. It's the starting point.
Yeah, I
the
thought
fire.
that. Yeah.
And,
well, listen, I have to ask. We kind of made a rough arrangement to crash with you guys for 2 days. Are you prepared for this to turn out in like 2 years?
We're always prepared.
We're the brownie guys.
Oh yeah. I'm bringing a torch.
What about a cornel?
That's completely true. That story.
Yeah.
Dr. O'Candle.
This is a little in-story that was going on earlier on in the chat room. Sorry to bore everybody with it. But yes, bring a torch and I don't know.
Tinfoil hat.
Hey, here's something I was kind of wondering if you guys can cut off too. Hey, you guys there?
What? Reset?
Yeah, Steve's actually wearing a fez at the moment.
And a pair of wellies.
Is that reset there?
Yeah. No, yesterday was Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah.
We were talking 10/13 earlier. I don't know, something Carolyn had kind of thrown my way earlier was that this year, there's 3 Friday the 13th.
Yep.
And that
Really?
they're apparently 13 weeks apart from each other. Each one of them just happens to be, I don't know how often that happens.
Oh, it actually won't happen again until the year 2046, and it's very rare. It's very rare, but yeah, and if you technically look at it, it's actually the year 2013. It's not 2012. So it's actually, you got Friday the 13th, and they're 13 weeks apart. And it's just another thing that makes 2000 so-called 12 a very interesting year.
You guys are scaring me. Like I said,
on Friday the 13th, there were 13 different solar flares on the sun recorded.
So there you go.
Man, I was born on a Friday the 13th. Darn it.
That explains a lot.
So listen,
how many uniforms do early?
you guys, I just want to cut in real quick because it's almost 7 o'clock here, and we got to cut out. We got something to do at 7. Okay. So I wanted to thank you guys because we're cutting out soon, and this is Rizzo. I just wanted, because I know you guys there's lots of topics going on right now. Before I get to, I just wanted to make sure to take the chance to say thank you to you guys for having us on because we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That's great.
It's a great show. Thanks for coming along.
Just make sure you tune in for the future shows and all the great guests we've got lined up and all the just crazy chat that we get up to.
Definitely. Looking forward to it.
Do you have a website? Do you have a website or a Facebook page or a Twitter thing?
Yeah, we've done that.
Done that, Caroline.
I know. I just thought if you wanted to repeat it again,
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're at maniacmusic.net or facebook.com/the Maniac Agenda.
Fantastic.
And then we also have Twitter at it's the www.twitter.com/the Maniac Agenda.
I said forward.
It's backslash the Maniac Agenda at Facebook and maniacmusic.net. Just go and Google and type in the Maniac Agenda and you'll find us.
You can send all those free CDs?
Tony Rizzo. Sorry, mate. If you guys don't mind, I might actually take Resolve off the net and then piss about with it with some sitar and see what happens.
Oh, go for it! I would love to hear that.
And if anything good, I'll send you the WAV or whatever. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that would be cool with us. I'm sure that would be cool. And like we said, always would. I think it would be cool for something in the future. We'll put one of the songs we're working on. We'll pick the one where we think it might fit best and send it over to you and see what you can do with it, because we would love to have some of that on there, and it would be fun to work with you.
Yeah. And also feel free to keep playing those tracks that we already sent you over.
Yeah.
Because, you're the only one that have them right now.
Yeah.
You're the only one that have them.
I gotta say, we gotta try and get a Type 1 radio jam going at some point or something, just like an online improvisation or something.
Yeah, I think you should.
That was awesome.
I did it tonight with my massive. Didn't you hear it?
Yeah.
We already kind of started it. That was pretty cool.
Next time I'll bring my guitar.
Cool. And don't forget, come back anytime you like, yeah?
All right, cool.
Just
Well, you
drop
guys
and chat and
Hang out here with us.
play groovy music.
Yeah, talk about shit that's in the news and whatever.
Chakra fortune, and we like a bit of that as well.
Oh, definitely. Well, I have.
Hey man, why don't you do your own radio show where you can do some tuning live on air?
Dude, that actually would be really cool.
Well, we know the boss of the Type 1 radio lounge is Sonic, and he'll sort that out. Yeah. Hello.
Dude, I would love to do that. That would be fun. At least have a night, where we could do online energy healing or something.
Well, we've got I think these slots. We've got 3 slots open if you want one.
That would be lovely.
Sunday, Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah. We've got Sundays, Wednesdays,
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Tuesdays, Monday even as well.
Monday.
Really?
So we choose your day and you can do it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to look into it, and we'll talk about that soon, because I would love to do that. That would be really cool, and it would be different. I would like that.
That'd be awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. We're going to head out then. We're going to send you guys, much love and much good energy, and we really appreciate you having us on. So, Rizzo is...
gaze into that sun,
gaze
man.
into that sun. No, send us some over here, and we'll send some rain over to Shrami.
We're going to send some over. If anything happens with the Olympics, be careful. We love you guys. Be safe.
Okay.
We will.
We will.
All right, peace, you guys.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Rizzo.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
They were great, weren't they?
Yeah, man. Very cool. They're still there. They were assholes. Reset. You don't have to say that.
I was going to talk to Carolyn. I don't even know what I just said. I don't know.
What does Caroline want to say?
I'm in and out. No, we were just yakking in the background. These guys were great.
Yeah, no, that was good fun.
Yeah, no, it was real good.
Did you enjoy it, Jim? Tap once for yes.
Jim is the guy that's never, he just always gets on Skype and listens. Type 1 3.
Right, resetting Carl on in the background.
Can you hear me? Steve, you're dumb.
Same room.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, a bit like us. Yeah, but they don't realise they're on air.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if they got their own show going, though.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It sounds like something really unusual as well. I'm really curious about all that frequency stuff. I was looking at some of it last night. As soon as you look at it, there's a frequency, I think it's 528. You look at that, and it's okay, an hour of that, and you think, okay, I'll listen to that tonight, and then you look 2 comments down, this is a trap. Don't listen to this frequency. This will destroy your DNA. You're like, Jesus Christ, is there nothing fucking sacred, you know?
Is that you with that sexy accent?
Who's that?
No, that's your sexy. Hey, what is your real name? Can we ask that, or is that a secret? That's a sexy accent.
This is Blue Green from Scotland.
I mean, I didn't know if that was a description, or you know.
Yeah, I kind of broke out the bubble.
Yeah, I'm a kind of bronze statue, but I'm a bit grubby.
Mom! Pot Rose!
You're kind of a copper guy.
That's the one.
Okay.
Ray Harryhausen, sort of animated giant.
Everybody in Scotland sounds like that? I'm moving to Scotland.
No, they usually sound like they're on smack.
Statue feels like one of the most peaceful places in America.
A lot of nylon tracksuit kind of sounds as well.
A lot of static.
Yeah, static cling.
Well, I tell you, every day. Listening to you guys try to speak English, you guys have just the sexiest accents.
Well, I've heard that Wonders in America.
Hey, who's the harmonica? Somebody's doing a blow.
That was you with the harmonica, right?
Who's doing the blowjob with the harmonica?
Who's playing fucking Huey Lewis and you?
Hey, that was great. That was you with the harmonica, right?
It's a melodica.
Are you got a virus as your avatar?
A melodica as well, haven't we? But I think it's upstairs.
Blue Green.
Oh, here we go.
It's the campfire tapes now.
Get the tuning forks out.
On the East Coast?
Yeah.
During the heat wave? When the power was out?
What's that?
Blue Green, is that a virus as your avatar?
Yeah.
Wow, you got syphilis, huh? Son of a bitch. Hey, Jim, are you still there? Are you quiet? Are you alive? What's going on?
Jim doesn't talk. Don't talk to Jim.
Jim's accent's the silent one.
How do we know he's not a disinfo clone?
He's just a strong presence.
Don't know anything.
How do you know we're not?
He could be a disinfo clone.
He
doesn't say anything to give us disinfo.
Yeah. Well, Swami was saying they don't have souls, but see, I think they're empty vessels that evil can, enter. So, we got to check Jim out. Jim?
I'm not feeling any. I'm feeling good vibes from Jim, like a tuning fork in the corner of the room.
Blue Green's already got syphilis. We don't know what's going on with Jim.
Jim is good Sheffield lad.
I have syphilis, but we still love him.
Jim, you can't make more of a fool of yourself than I do.
Not everyone.
He just laughed his ass off.
Hey, Nick,
I got all over the place.
Nick, I got more people that are lined up because of your new avatar picture. I mean, I don't know. I got guys, I got gals, I got bikers that want you to ride with them. I mean, I'm telling you. And can I have a set of those sunglasses? Those are awesome. I can see myself in those things. That is awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I got them from
Men in Black?
Linda Lanes in Brighton.
I thought maybe you got those so you could watch the torch go by. Did you get those so you could watch? Did you get those so you could watch the torch go by without them watching your eyes?
Yeah.
Now, are you guys gonna run out there and do a protest, or just watch the torch, or just ignore it, or light a doobie by it, or what?
Well, when it goes by here, by my house, I'm going to be at work, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not. We're just not really going to partake, really.
Well, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Wouldn't it be appropriate to kind of come out and light a doobie by it or something, though?
If you want to get your head off, yeah.
I mean, that is still illegal in England, too, isn't it? I don't know.
Everything's illegal, isn't it?
We're not going to drive anywhere or walk anywhere. It's just going to be
you can't grow your own or possess any either, right? This is still like the United States where we're the prison planet where we.
Yeah, it's not legal here at all.
Yeah, you can lawfully, I would imagine. You can lawfully.
So we all got to still go party, and we all got to go still party in Holland to do this, right?
No, you can't.
Changed that recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
Now you need to go on a government register, and
I'm going to fucking cancel my vacation plan.
And you can only buy it if you're a Deutscher, apparently.
Oh, well. Who wants to be a Deutscher?
They're shutting down the tourism for pot in Amsterdam.
That's a mistake.
They must have enough money, huh?
Well, the Dutch, Queen Beatrix, she just got done with Bilderberg. Do you know what it is? They're recalling it all so they can get out their GM marijuana when they make it legal. Everybody, I want you to change that. Smoke weed every day to save your seeds every day. We got to start saving our heritage seeds. This is vital.
It's been considered to be...
Okay, well, I'll just sample you saying that, and it'll be on for next week's show, okay?
Yeah, we got to save those heritage weed seeds. This is vital.
Okay, we're going to have that one too.
All right.
See, there's Vic's just telling me that there's a new rumour going around that Brighton's going to become the new Amsterdam as far as dope and stuff like that goes.
Excellent.
A few people
Wicked.
They're
moving it here.
Well, it's meant they're going to legalise it here. It's going to be the first place in Britain to
Oh,
legalise it. Apparently, hopefully.
Can you immigrate? Can you immigrate to the UK with cats?
No, they're illegal as well.
Well, what if I can, can I get a freighter or something and just kind of come over and, you guys can pick me up on the beach?
Yeah, we can have Freighter X help us out.
I got some rubber rafts and stuff. But you guys can
Freighter X. Sorry. Like a big container ship, Freighter X. That's hilarious.
Freighter X can get the freighter.
That's a reset classic.
Thank you.
Like a big pirate ship. That's excellent.
That's a great vision.
Yeah. So you guys can come out and meet our boat
with a big X
and come ashore in Brighton.
Like the X on Valdez.
Freighter X.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You should turn the fucking speakers up. I can't hear what anyone says.
Oh, hey, I'll let y'all know, in case you didn't, that looks like Sean David Morton's going to be a no-show for Freighter tonight.
Oh!
Yeah, he's having some sort of computer issues in Montreal.
What is the IRS after him again?
Swami, is he like a sort of famous person on the scene? Something like that from years back?
Yeah, he's probably got the most numbers on American Freedom Radio.
Yeah, I mean, I know who he is now. I listen to his show regularly, and I desperately listen to for something that he says, and he doesn't say anything. Yeah, but who did he used to be? It's a bit like Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're famous for getting off heroin, you know what I mean? Who are they now? It's like...
He was the #1 guest on Art Bell's show back there in the 90s.
By #1, you mean the first one? Or do you mean the
No, he
by
was just real popular. He was real popular on Streamland and Coast to Coast.
Why was he popular?
He used to have balls. That's why.